Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Providing in-depth audio, video, and written coverage of high school and small college sports across Western Pennsylvania. The YDL Sports Network. If you love sports, this is the place to be.
Championship team for the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reynolds High School and welcome to the 2025 high school football season. This is the Casella pregame show. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. Today's stream is powered by Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. I'm Alan Siebert alongside Lou Vizza, ready to start off the 2025 season with you. And while it's opening night, it is, has a postseason feel to it as these two teams, the Eisenhower Knights and the Reynolds Raiders, have met each other in the playoffs for each of the past 5 seasons. Lou, nice night for football. Welcome in. Should be an exciting game. These teams have a lot of history and ready to get things kicked off here.
Yeah, they played them twice last year, the opening night, and then they met them in the quarterfinals, and they lost. Eisenhower lost both. So Reynolds is coming in with a 6-1 advantage over Eisenhower. So maybe it's time to turn things around and see what happens. It's both teams are. I mean, they're small squads. Eisenhower has 24 kids and Reynolds has 32. So it's. But it doesn't make any. It doesn't make a difference whether they get 32 or 52. If they got players, then. So it should be even. It should be an even match as far as quantity goes.
Yeah, and as you said, they did meet twice last season. Both games were close. The season opener, actually, they met up at Eisenhower. Reynolds came away with a 15-0 win, and then perhaps the most heartbreaking one, as you said, was in that D10 playoff game where Eisenhower led the entire way until a 6-yard touchdown run there with 24 seconds left from Gabe Manjarez. And unlucky for the Knights, Manjarez is back tonight. He had a big season last year, and he's back for more. So we'll have to see if the Knights have any better luck stopping that run game as this game goes on. As we move in here, we're going to take a look at the WCCBI players to watch, find out the Chamber Advantage is all about at WCCBI.org. And Lou, who are we looking at tonight returning from each team here?
Well, looking through the roster for Reynolds, I'm really not that familiar with these teams because I really don't work.
Number 6.
I was always in D10, but not down this far into D10.
I was going to say you've done some officiating. You're used to a different view, for a little closer to the ball.
Yeah, this is a whole different look for me up here. So I hope I don't really screw things up for you. But
we'll get through this together.
I just kind of looked at the positions listed behind some of the kids' names in this Xavier. Zachrich is listed as a quarterback, a running back, and a linebacker. So I'm sure he's going to be one of the persons. And what you said, too, about that Gabe
Manjarez. Yep.
As a running back and a defensive back. And Parker Ney is also a wide receiver, running back, and defensive back. And all three of those are seniors. So we'll see what they bring to the table. They have Reynolds has 10 seniors. 6 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 9 freshmen on the squad.
Yeah, and as you said, all senior leadership coming back, and the guys who did a lot of the damage last season. Zachrich, for example, completed 56 passes last season. 29 of them were to Ney, so his favorite targets back out there. They had all 6 of his touchdowns last year, and Gabe Manjarez ended with 1,337 yards and 15 touchdowns last season. None hurt worse than that one in the District 10 game that ended the Knights season. As far as the Knights go, they've got quite a bit coming back too, and obviously it's a new era with players from Youngsville High School and the Warren football team joining. So there's some experience coming back on the Eisenhower side as well.
Yeah, they've got 11 seniors. 5 juniors and 4 sophomores and 4 freshmen. So yeah, they do have some experience, and I'm sure it's with Logan Penley and Caleb.
Jacob Zach.
Jacob Zach. He's off. Those 2 are seniors, and then Joe Gigliotti, who's a junior. I get the Italian names right.
You got it, Lou. Jacob Zach had a big year last year. He did throw for 760 yards and 5 touchdowns. And he also had 857 yards rushing with 10 touchdowns. Penley was right behind him with 826 yards and 8 touchdowns. And Gigliotti came on late in the season, had 272 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Unfortunately, maybe for the passing game, Penley did lead the team in receiving last year. He is back. But the other 2 receivers that had multiple or double-digit catches, Tanner Lookenhouse and Jaden Chase, are not with the team this season. So a little bit to overcome there, but let's take a look at the Howard Hanna Professionals keys to the game. Howard Hanna Professionals can help you get to the keys to a new home. Call 814-726-2000 or visit howardhannaprofessionals.com. So obviously the key to the game for the Eisenhower Knights tonight is going to be stopping that Reynolds powerful running game. Manjarez kind of had his way with them last year and most teams that he played against. We'll have to see if the Eisenhower defense can keep Manjarez from running too wild tonight.
Well, I think, too, being opening night,
And number 90,
you're going to have a little
Liam
bit of,
McEwen.
a little bit of the jitters. So I think just simple penalties, not simple
Head coach
penalties,
was
but
Mateo
false
Assistant coaches
starts,
Dan
encroachment,
Redfoot, Dan Newman,
different things
and
like that.
Casey
Just
Taylor.
a little 5-yard penalties
Congratulations.
that can hurt you in a critical situation. So it's the errors on both sides of the ball that you're going to have to control and try and keep the penalties down and avoid the big plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Lou, because both these teams, too, lean heavily on the run. And as you know, you don't always get a bunch of chunk plays through the running game. So those 5-yard penalties that you mentioned there can really turn in. They might as well be 15-yard personal fouls on some of these drives, going to set you back and really dig you into a big hole. We'll take a quick break here on the Casella pregame show, and we'll be right back with you after a word from this sponsor.
Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
If you want to enhance your skills or gain an entirely new skill set, now's the time to register for classes at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. Registration for the 2025-26 Youth Leadership Program for students in grades 6 through 8 is now open. Secure your student spot today. Make 2025 the year you take the next step with a phlebotomy course, professional development seminars, a welding course, and a scam prevention seminar. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register now. The Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning. Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Discover radiant beauty with Healing Beauty by KJ. Our natural, cruelty-free skincare line harnesses the power of nature to nourish and rejuvenate your skin. From hydrating serums to soothing creams, find your perfect routine. Shop now at shophealingbeauty.com for exclusive offers and free shipping on orders over $50. Healing Beauty by KJ. Glow naturally. Shine beautifully.
Welcome back to Reynolds High School and the Casella pregame show. Alan Siebert and Lou Vizza here with you on a beautiful night for opening night of the 2025 season. This is the Venango County View of the Field. Your view of the field tonight is brought to you by Venango County. There is always something to see and do in Venango County. VenangoCountyPA.gov. Shout out to our cameraman tonight. So, Lou, as we mentioned earlier, we're about 10 minutes from kickoff. I believe you were saying that it looks like Reynolds is going to receive the ball tonight. I think if we saw what we thought we saw.
What I think I saw it was on the toss was that Eisenhower will be kicking from right to left on your screen, away from the scoreboard. This is something I haven't seen in quite a while. A grass field.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those up where you've been running around on the fields all these years.
No. I always used to tell Tom Sandel, God rest his soul, I said, Thomas, we've been around long enough. We don't work on grass.
Well, somebody's going to have to work on it tonight, and these teams are going to have to get to work on it tonight. Like you said earlier, should be a good game. Two evenly matched teams, and the way that things have gone, I know that there's a little classification change with the Youngsville kids coming over. I believe Eisenhower is AA now. Yeah. But, they might not meet in the playoffs, but they will meet again here tonight. So right now we got looks like about 10 minutes till kickoff. So just let some of these pregame ceremonies come through as Eisenhower looks to be heading out to the field right now.
And what you said earlier too, Alan, was with both teams predominantly run the ball. So you would think, and I mean, you shouldn't. I tell my kids after they made their first mistake, they thought you would think that they would. Both teams are going to try and consume the clock.
Oh, for sure,
and keep the ball, have possession of the ball for as long as as they can, and then try. You get a score, and then trying to keep the other team off, in going back and forth. But you may think, but then again, it could end up 50-49.
You never really do know. I know last year that was a big focus of Reynolds in the playoff game. That drive where they ended up scoring the winning touchdown in the final minute. It was 16 plays, 85 yards. Right. And that's the type of drive that just you really break a team's will with that.
And that's like what I was saying too earlier about, the mistakes, the offsides and false starts and, this and that, trying to keep those, penalties to a minimum and, keep drives alive. And then, if you get a good run and it gets called back and, it's just, you just don't know. Like I say, being the first game of the year, it's like a wait and see. And you hope that, you hope you've covered everything in the preseason. I think they only have one scrimmage now. Right?
Yeah, they only have one scrimmage. And it's really
at back, a few years back, they would, you'd have two,
Mhm.
but now with only one scrimmage and, with the amount of kids, it's hard sometimes to scrimmage each, amongst yourself because of numbers.
just on numbers. Yeah, you look at Eisenhower, 24 kids. I mean, if you're 11 on 11, you don't have many bodies left if something goes wrong or if somebody's out or injured or not there. So,
but that's one thing too. I mean, if you're predominantly a run-oriented team, you don't need a defensive really backfield.
Yeah, this is true too.
You're working more on the line of scrimmage, and but it comes down to to me, it comes down to two things: blocking and tackling. And whoever does that the best, puts themselves in a position to win. So
yeah, and that's one thing I did notice about the Eisenhower roster is it just from a quick glance, it looks predominantly like position players. There's not a lot of those higher numbers, anything over 50. I only saw like 6 or 7 that predominantly play just the line positions. So, they're gonna have to be in ready for a long night because they're probably gonna have to go both ways all game.
Right.
So we'll take a quick break here. We're just about 5 or 6 minutes away from opening kickoff. We'll squeeze one more break in, and we'll be right back with Eisenhower versus Reynolds here at Reynolds High School.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Have a fender bender? We can mender at Park Avenue Motor Car. Bring your vehicle to Ron and the crew at Park Avenue Motor Car, 7 South Carver Street in Warren, or call 814-726-9728. Park Avenue Motor Car, proudly serving Warren County for 30 years.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Are you transporting steel or other unique products? Then you need to check out Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates supplies certified wood crates or pallets for shipping steel and other products. Oil Country Crates can ship crates throughout the United States and overseas as well, thanks to their ISPM 15 inspection stamp. Oil Country Crates is dedicated to providing prompt and reliable services to all of its customers while abiding to all shipping regulations. Find out more at oilcountrycrates.com. Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection.
You sure I'm all right?
Welcome back to Reynolds High School for the season opener between the Reynolds Raiders and the Eisenhower Knights. Teams meeting again at center field here to determine exactly how this game will start. Keep an eye on the referee here and see.
Yeah, you'll find out for sure right now, because this is just one. They come in and do it after they do the real one, so they should turn. I would think. No, I was wrong.
You're 0 for 1, Lou.
Well, wait a minute.
No, you're right. Reynolds is going to receive the ball.
Reynolds is going to receive, but Eisenhower's kicking towards the board.
Toward the scoreboard.
So they'll be kicking from the left of your screen to the right of your screen.
All right. And again, this is the Venango County view of the field. Your view of the field tonight is brought to you by Venango County. There's always something to see and do in Venango County. Shout out to our cameraman tonight. All right, this is what you work all preseason for, Lou, and the Eisenhower Knights have had a long off season of wanting at least a measure of revenge, and I think one of the best ways that the Youngsville new players from Youngsville that can endear themselves to this team is to go out there and help them get a bit of revenge on the Reynolds Raiders here tonight.
All the nerves will go away after that first crack of the pad.
Always takes the first hit. All it takes, and then it's just like you drew it up. So you got Reynolds out here on the field, and Eisenhower coming out, and we'll have the game's opening kickoff here in just a second. Do what we can for you here tonight with the camera. We're kind of in a tough spot. We can only get about 20 to 30 yards of the field at a time, and we got Sweet Lou over here who's going to do his best to keep us in focus.
Kicking for the Knights is number 20, Bryce Wilkins.
All right, the ball's on the tee, and it looks like it's going to be number 20, Bryce Wilkins, kicking off for the Knights. Back deep for the Reynolds Raiders. Angle they're at.
Number 2 and number 10.
Number 2 is Xavier Zachrich, and number 10, Parker Ney. There's the kick. It's a short kick, and it's going to be taken by number 25, I believe. That is Jacob Rust. And he gets just across the 40-yard line where Reynolds will start their opening drive of the season. Welcome into the Elwood National Forge first quarter. It's never too soon nor too late to set another goal or dream another dream. If now is the time for you, Elwood National Forge can help. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com. So Reynolds now from the 42-yard line, set to run their first play of the season. Zachrich in the backfield, and he's going to hand off to Manjarez. And Manjarez goes over the left side for about a gain of 4 yards. Oh, actually, that's not Manjarez. That's Brady Nayland with the first carry of the season for Reynolds. So mixing it up a little bit.
They're in a split, 2 slots in the back, shotgun, or a pistol, whatever you want to call it.
So 2nd and 6 here for Reynolds after the Nayland run. This time Manjarez is in the backfield to the left of his quarterback, Zachrich. And this time Manjarez does get the ball, and he breaks free over the left side. He's clear, and he may go all the way. Manjarez's first carry of the season is a 54-yard touchdown run, 56 yards unofficially. And I guess you can't start much better than that if you're Gabe Manjarez.
Well, it was an option, and read it perfectly off left tackle, and just took it to the outside and outran everybody.
Yeah, that's you can't draw up a much better start if you're the Reynolds head coach, and unfortunately for the Knights, it also goes the other way. You can't draw up a much worse start. Minjar is once again getting right to business, hurting the Knights. Looks like they're going to line up and go for two here. Zachrich, and looks like the Eagles a little bit there with the tush push, and they're in for the 2-point conversion. So just like that, it is 8-0 Reynolds, just 1 minute into the game, 11 minutes here to go in the opening quarter. And already the Knights are going to have to play from behind. So now we'll get to see what the Eisenhower Knights can do on offense. Not the way they wanted things to start, obviously, Lou, but no. I guess if there's a positive side to it, there's a lot of game left.
Yeah, I'll shake the rust off and come back.
Yeah, there's really no time to hang your head. I mean, the game's going to go on as it is, and as we said, it's only a minute into the game, so long way to go for both teams here. Lining up for the kickoff here. Looks like the kicker is going to be number 1, Rocky Flotch. Back deep for the Knights. Number 2, Peyton Hammerbeck. He's the deep man. There's a couple of up men there. Looks like number 15, Logan Penley. And I believe that's number 5, Caleb Jacobzak. Hard to see the numbers a little bit at this angle, but do the best we can. Onside kick, short there. Knights have it, number 9. That's Gavin Lindenbooth with the recovery, and he's pushed out of bounds. And the Knights are going to take over around their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, that was a rather short kick, but he held them to just a couple yards on the return.
Yeah, both teams, at least from what I've seen in the past, try to execute those short kickoffs, trying to maybe steal a possession in a game like this. The ball gets bouncing around players that you don't normally have touching the ball so much, and sometimes crazy things happen. So here's Eisenhower, first play of the day, 31.
Nice.
Nice fake there and a run up the middle. Almost looks like 8 or 9 yards on the play by number 8, Nolan Gessig. Call that, it looks like about 8 yards, so it's going to be second and short here for the Knights.
Second and 3, get to 41.
Penley's in the backfield, part of the eye here. Let's see if they go with him on the second carry. And they do. Penley's over the left side. He's got a first down. So gain of 4 and the first Eisenhower first down of the game. That's a Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down. So settling things down a little bit with the run right there by Penley. You want to strike quick if you can, but if not, you'd love to have a nice long drive here and shorten the game a little bit if you're the Knights.
Yeah, if it results in 6, then yeah, it's you take running clock and getting back in the game.
All you can ask for on a drive following a quick touchdown. There's another handoff, and we've got daylight here for Guessing on this side. He's up the middle, and he's all the way down inside the Reynolds 20-yard line. Huge run there.
That was almost like the exact same play that Reynolds ran and broke it for a touchdown. He got caught from behind down about the 15-yard line.
Couldn't ask for more as far as an offensive response so far for the Knights as Guessing goes all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That's about a 40-yard run.
He'll take those all night.
Yep.
So now another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down here for the Knights. The ball's at the 15-yard line. 9:22 left opening quarter. Reynolds up 8-0. Jacobzak's going to keep this one. Shakes off a tackle, and he's outside, and he's got some room. He's down near the end zone, and he's going to be just short. Tackled at the 1-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Knights.
Run by Jacobzak is short.
Well, Lou, I can't help but remember you said something about 50-49 before this game started, and we're 3 minutes in, and we almost got a touchdown from each team here, so we might be well on our way.
Yeah.
First and goal.
You never know.
It's why they play the game. Jacob Zach's under center here, first and goal from the 1. He's going to hand it off to Penley, and Penley is in for the touchdown. So nice answer there by the Eisenhower Knights. They go right down the field. 5 plays, go 68 yards, and now they're on the board. It's 8-6. Penley had 8 touchdowns last season, and he didn't take long to get his first one tonight. Looks like the Knights will take a chance here at the extra point instead of going for 2. And we have a whistle before the kick. It's going to be false start, and that might back it up a little bit for the Knights.
False start against Eisenhower.
Now that'll give Wilkins a chance to practice a little further kick just in case maybe it comes down to a field goal or something later in the game. You never know. So he'll back up 5 yards and attempt it again. Wilkins' kick is up. And it's right down the center. So there's an extra point for Eisenhower, and the game is it's a 1-point game now with Reynolds up 8-7 with 8:44 left in the first quarter. And that's a pretty quick start. Lou, both teams look like they're in midseason form, at least offensively. Maybe the defensive, usually the defenses are a little ahead of the offenses in most forms of football, but maybe that's not going to be the case here tonight.
No, Eisenhower took the punch and came back with their own, and we're sitting 8-7 with 8:44 left in the first quarter. So now we'll see what happens on the second possession.
Yeah, Penley, Coach Jim Penley there has got to be wanting to shore up that run game, and of course that's going to be a focus for both teams now going forward here. Well, it might turn into one of those games where the first team to get a stop might get control of the game here.
Well, either the first team to score, first stop, or the last one to score.
Could turn into that kind of shootout. Usually don't get a lot of shootouts with the running games, but if the defenses aren't shored up, we might run into one of those games here tonight. So Wilkins is back to kick again. See if he kicks short again. And he does. It's real short, and this time it's going to be taken and recovered by Reynolds.
That was an onside.
Yeah, nice onside kick attempt.
That definitely was an onside kick.
Jacob Rust was there to recover for Reynolds. So nice play by the up man there to recover the ball, and it looks like they're going to take over at the 47-yard line, their own 47. For second possession of the day. First possession of the day only took 2 plays. Had a 4-yard run, and then Gabe Manjarez went 54 yards virtually untouched. And it's Zachrich in a shotgun here. Hands it to Manjarez again, and this time he's not going to go as far. A nice tackle there by number 75, Grayson Linkerhoff, after a gain of about 3. I guess you got to take your wins where you can get them, and right there, that was a...
sometimes you just got to hang on for dear life and hope they go down.
Much better outcome there for than Manjarez's first run. So, going to be 2nd and 7 for the Raiders here at the midfield stripe.
Try and stop them here and then put them in a 3rd down situation to where they may have to do something different.
And we'll see. Looks like Reynolds is going to take a timeout. They had Connor Belbeck in at quarterback that time instead of Zachrich. He's also listed on the roster as a quarterback. He's a junior. So it looks like maybe they're trying to draw up something a little different this time.
That wasn't a bad idea to try the onside kick that early, Al.
No. And again, as I said earlier, it's something that I've noticed. I mean, I've been following Coach Penley for a long time. Something he often tries. Usually don't have anybody that's going to kick it like the NFL, kick it out of the back of the end zone. So you get the ball short and get it running around in there around some guys who don't always touch it. And
I'm surprised they didn't do it on the opening kickoff.
yeah, that kind of surprised me as well.
You know, because really, what do you got to lose?
I really don't think it's going to be the last one we see tonight either, just based on what I've seen from the kicking game so far. I don't know what kind of kicking game Reynolds has, but they didn't even trot the kicker out for the extra point there. So. All right, out of the timeout here, we are going to have a 2nd down and 7 from the 50-yard line. Belbeck again, I believe, is under center or in the shotgun. Hands it to Manjares, who goes right up the middle, and he's got about 8 yards for a Tie Nester Builders Supply first down.
Hand off to Manjares for a...
So not necessarily a lot of sizzle on the steak so far for Reynolds. They're just doing basic running play, but they're blocking well and just chewed off their 2nd first down of the game.
Pretty much, because they were heavy to the bottom of your screen and put the one runner in motion, and then he had a nice block on the outside to spring him for about an 8 or 10 yard gain.
So now the ball at the 43-yard line. Zachrich is back in. He's going to pass, as I just talked about the running game, and it's a nice slant pattern connection to Jacob Rust.
Pass to Rust is complete for first down.
And that's another Tie Nester Builders Supply first down, a gain of 23 yards on the connection.
That was a nice play. Ran a nice pattern, let him enough, caught it with his hands.
Yeah, it's good. It's the way you draw it up. I mean, it's a kind of a precision route that he ran, and it was done precisely, and that's what sets him up here. Now they're right around the red zone here, 1st and 10 from the Eisenhower 20. Manjares to the left of Zachrich. A handoff is to Manjares. Shakes off one tackle and picks up almost 10 yards.
Manjares gains 11 for another first down.
Peyton Hammerbeck is there initially on the stop.
First and goal.
Another Tie Nester Builders Supply first down. Gain of 11 for Manjares. And we got 1st and goal. 6:46 left in the opening quarter. Reynolds already up 8-7 and threatening to score again here. Snap to Zachrich. He's going to pass again. And it looks like he's got, I believe that's Way. Parker Way, or Nay, excuse me, fights his way toward the goal line, but is thrown out just shy at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he broke a tackle to get down there, and they caught him at the 1 yard line.
It's one thing Reynolds primarily known as a running team, but they did pass quite a bit last year. I believe I was looking at the numbers before the game. I mean, almost identical to Eisenhower as much as passing attempts and everything. So it's not out of the question. And from what I've seen so far early on, it's not a bad option to go to.
No.
Probably won't be throwing any passes here unless they decide to make a Pete Carroll-like call. And but 1 yard line, probably just give it to Manjares and have him try to punch it in here. And that's the plan, but I think the Eisenhower defense stood tall there and
stopped him.
Held him back. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal for Reynolds.
At the goal line. We 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like so far Reynolds, too, going with perhaps a 2-quarterback system.
Right.
Belbeck and Zachrich have pretty much been splitting snaps on this drive. Wouldn't be surprised here, Lou, to see if maybe they go to that like tush-push-like play. They did it on the 2-point conversion, and they're so close right now.
That's what they did.
And that's exactly what they did. I don't think he got in.
I think they made it.
Yeah, that was Zachrich keeping it that time. And, yeah, it's so far a great stand by the Eisenhower defense. Started 1st and goal at the 1, and now we got 3rd and goal at the 1. The marker on the far side is showing 4th down, but I do believe it's 3rd.
It's only 3rd.
Yeah.
3rd down, guys. 3rd down, guys.
Yeah, scoreboard showing 4th down now too, and now, I think they're going to talk about it and figure it out. I do believe that it is only 3rd down.
They got inside the 10.
No, you know what? Now that I do think about it, Lou, I believe it is 4th down. The pass play was 1st and goal from the 9. He got down to the 1, so that the first play was actually 2nd and goal from the 1, and those were 2 stops there. So yeah, it is 4th down. So this is the drive. There's either 6 or nothing here for Reynolds. See if Eisenhower can stand tall. They give it to Manjarez. He gets outside, and it was close, but not Manjarez. That's Parker Ney. Parker Ney's in for the touchdown, and it's 14-7 Reynolds. Unfortunate luck there for the Eisenhower defense, Lou. Really a great stand to take them all the way down, stopped them 2 plays in a row, and really had a nice beat on that play, but there was just a little too much room outside, and Ney got in for the touchdown.
I was gonna say prior to that, I personally don't like those little plays like that because you got 20 kids in a very enclosed area.
Yep.
This way, and you can see that he just ran. I mean, he had the speed to get to the outside where it was just one-on-one with one of the DBs.
Yep.
But that's what happened after the fact.
We got the 2-point try here, and that's right up the middle, and that's going to be Ney as well. So Ney with the run, and that's another 2 points for Reynolds.
16, Eisenhower 7.
And with 4:57 remaining in the Elwood National Forge first quarter, it is 16-7 in favor of the homestanding Reynolds Raiders. So now the onus falls back on the Eisenhower offense to respond again.
Yeah.
And they were very successful the first time. Let's see if they can come up with something this time that will, again, get them within 1 possession of the lead. Just a reminder here while we have a break in the action that today's game is being brought to you in part by the Lander Hope Clinic. Medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment. Teams breaking the huddle and coming back out. So far, it's been all about the offense in this game. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. And Eisenhower will be trying to continue that trend with the 4th offensive possession of the game.
Yeah, so much with the 7-6.
Yeah, we have blown past that, and there's no end in sight right now.
That's another time, another place.
Last year's season opener up at Eisenhower, 15-0. We've already scored more than that, and we're only 7 minutes into a 48-minute game. So we could be keeping the scoreboard operator busy here tonight. All right, and another short kick. This one not so much an onside kick, but it's going to be covered at the 33-yard line by Gavin Lindemuth. So Eisenhower will start their second drive right around the same place that they started the first drive, maybe a yard closer.
At the 33-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Knights. Ball's going to be at their own 33-yard line. Let's see if that offensive line is up to the task again. They did a great job on the opening drive, and they were able to run down the field in 5 plays. Jacob Zach takes the snap, pitches to Penley. Penley with a shifty move. Just about 8 yards. It's just how the last drive started. So 2nd and short upcoming for the Knights.
2nd and about 1.
Yeah, actually gave him about 9 yards. That was a nice move by Penley there. He had a couple guys in front of him, but he got as small as he could and kind of slid right between them and got made the most out of what wasn't a really big hole to start. So 2nd and 1 here for the Knights. I formation for Jacob Zach.
Reverse.
Yeah, reverse
Nice.
here to number 4, Joe Gigliotti, excuse me.
First down.
And that's a first down.
Hand off to Gigliotti for a
Gain of
first
about
down.
4 on the play. And that's a Tie Nesta Builder Supply first down for the Knights. So this drive starting much like the last one, a good chunk on first down, and then a nice play to pick up the first down on second. And if you remember the last drive, the next play was a 43-yard run from Guessing. So I believe that Penley would love to stick to the script here and be down in the scoring zone after this play. We'll see what happens.
That was a nice misdirection play. You know, you only needed 3 or 4 or 5 yards. Anything over that's gravy, and that's what they got. But they ran that well.
Yeah, and on 2nd and 1, you got to think the workhorse Penley's probably going to be your primary target. So definitely gave them a different look there. This time they try to go back up the middle, and that is Nolan Guessing caught in the backfield. Might have lost a yard.
For a loss.
Yep, lost maybe 2 on the play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12 for the Knights. So we talked in the pregame, Lou. That is one thing with the running game. Those negative plays, penalties too, of course, but those things can really derail a drive because then you're required to get one of those big chunk plays just to keep things going.
The defensive line made a nice play on that. He got off his blocker and just stopped it in his tracks. So that was a good play in the defense.
So let's see what Penley comes up with here on 2nd down and 12 from their own 46. Jacob Zach keeps it on the option and really did a nice job to make something out of nothing there. There really wasn't a lot. And he does get past the original line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3. But unfortunately for the Knights now, it is 3rd and 9 and Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC 3rd down. When you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com.
He read the option well. I mean, he couldn't take the option, so he pulled it back to keep it himself, and the defense just slid down and made the tackle.
Yeah, the pitch was not going to work there. That was probably going to result in a turnover more than anything. So 3rd down and long here. First passing attempt of the season. And he's wide open. That's Peyton Hammerbeck, and Hammerbeck's going to go 52 yards for the touchdown. And again, the offenses stay perfect on the night as the touchdown makes it a 16-13 game.
He just ran right by that defensive back.
Yeah, there's just raw speed there. I mean,
it wasn't even a fake. I mean, it wasn't a fake in the backfield like where you saw the run. It was just a straight drop back, and just laid it up there nice, and he ran underneath it.
Jacob Zach had a couple people in his face in the backfield too, and got off a great pass. And as you said, Hammerbeck just ran by the defensive back, and the big play kind of came in a different part of the drive, but it worked out all the same as the Knights are going to line up to try and make this a 1-point game again. Jacob Zach had to reverse field, and he's close, and tackled just shy. So the 2-point conversion does not work, and the game will stay 3-point game here. We've got 2:15 left in the first quarter, and Reynolds is on top of Eisenhower, 16-13. So we're not even a quarter in here, Lou, but we're getting our money's worth tonight.
Yeah, we are.
we joked about it, but the first defensive stop may be one of the keys to the game. So let's see after this timeout here what Penley wants to do, if they'll attempt the onside again or go with the short kick. And
well, who's the kicker for? I'm going to ask some stupid questions. I'm not stupid questions.
I believe it's Bryce Wilkins, and I believe he has kicked before. So
well, he's got. I mean, the extra point he kicked. They moved back 5 yards, and he still kicked it almost out to the track.
Yeah.
So he kicked that.
So he's got a good leg.
25, 30 yards, maybe even a little bit longer. So, I mean, I think you can get a deep kickoff.
Yeah, but just see if that's something they want to try, or maybe they feel more comfortable with the short kickoff and maybe trying to steal a possession, which could come in handy. Honestly, that's the same as a defensive stop now at this point.
Yeah. The kid from Reynolds only takes like 2 or 3 steps back from the ball, so it's only going to go 15, 20 yards.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's being shot out of a cannon. I mean, he can only kick it so far. He doesn't have that strong of a leg.
Yeah.
But this Wilkins kid, he got a nice leg on him. He can kick the ball.
Let's see what they decide to go with here. I don't know that you want to give Reynolds a short field.
No,
They've already proven they can go right down the field. So let's see what Wilkins does. And it's another short kickoff going to be recovered by the offensive lineman at the 44-yard line. So again, it's Reynolds has been starting between the 40 and 45-yard line each drive. Eisenhower between the 30 and 35. And the biggest thing is the end result's been the same each drive so far.
Unless he just says, I want to kick it to one of the deep kids and see, to have them try and, if they try and break it, maybe I don't
yeah,
know.
you have Manjares back there. I don't know that you want to put the ball in his hands and everything, but unfortunately you have to sacrifice field position in that situation. So, all right, Reynolds comes out of here with their third drive of the game. It's going to start at the 44-yard line. Zachrich is under center. He gives it to Manjares, and Manjares is across midfield. A nice gain on first down.
Nice short.
Got about 8 yards on the play.
Yep.
Set up 2nd and 2 for Reynolds. So they are once again in Knights territory. Third time in this first quarter that they've entered opponent territory.
We're under 2 minutes, 1:50 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and we're still waiting for a defensive stop. Eisenhower came pretty close on the goal line stand with Reynolds getting in on the 4th down play last possession, but 2nd and 2 here. A man in motion. Looks like it's Ney, but he's going to give it to Manjares, who goes right up the middle, barely touched before he gets across the 30. About 20 yards on that run, and another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down. Unfortunately for the Knights, it's just chunk play after chunk play, and that's really hard to stop with a short field. And now you've got Reynolds threatening again, moving down inside the Eisenhower 30-yard line. Zachrich in the backfield here. Got Ney in motion. He pitches it to Ney. Ney forced to cut back, and a nice stop made there by Lindenmuth. Guessing was also in the area, and so was Grayson Linkerhoff. Good stop there by the Eisenhower defense.
Yeah, that was a nice play. They turned it back in. They kept their space on the outside and didn't let the runner get to the outside of the defense, and they turned it back inside where he had the help coming from the inside. Made a nice play for a 2-yard, 3-yard loss.
Yeah, and that's looking at the stats here. That's one of the first times this entire first quarter they've been able to get a negative play on first down. Let's see if they can turn it into anything. Time for one more play here in the opening quarter. Down to about 15 seconds as they snap from their own from the Ike 30. They go to Ney again, and Ney breaks through that time. He's still on his feet. He's down inside the 10. Still going. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders when the second quarter begins. Ney goes out of bounds just inside the 5, it looks like. So 26 yards on that run.
Well, clock's going to run out because they're going to, unless he went out of bounds.
And it looks like, I think that Reynolds thought that the quarter was going to be over as well. So they came over to the sideline, but the quarter has not ended.
Why would they call timeout with 4 seconds left?
Yeah, it looks like they're coming back out on the field now. I was going to say that's an odd time for a timeout, but with the ball going out of bounds, they might have to run another play here.
Well, yeah, he did go out of bounds, I think. That's why the clock stopped.
So 1st and goal from the 4. 4 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Ney's going to get the ball again. Again, nice pursuit. The Eisenhower defense doing a good job of stiffening up down by the goal line as Ney is going to gain about 1. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. A lot of offensive firepower in that opening quarter. The Reynolds Raiders lead the Eisenhower Knights 16-13. You're watching football on the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Back here at Reynolds High School, ready to get started with the Verichetti Holdings second. Verichetti Holdings Group include Phoenix Sintered Metals, Superior Energy Resources, Allegheny Electric Service, and Verichetti & Son, Inc. Find out more at verichettiholdings.com. Back here, Alan Siebert along with Lou, second quarter, and Reynolds at the doorstep.
Ooh.
Play not to get it done.
Go back with the carry. Be third down and goal.
Yep, third and goal. That was Bolbeck. And he didn't quite get there. So once again, Eisenhower making it difficult on Reynolds. It's not going to matter unless they keep him out of the end zone, though. There are no moral victories with how far you or how close you take them. Let's see what they've got planned here on third down, right outside the 1 yard line on the doorstep. The handoff, and he's going to walk untouched into the end zone. Brady Nayland, his first run since the opening play of the game, but this one is a 1 yard touchdown. And the Reynolds Raiders are up 22-13 here early in the second quarter.
Block down and kick out.
Yeah, it's just kind of been up and down the field here so far today for both teams. Let's see if they're going to go for two. They have on the original two. So I imagine they probably would here as well.
Both teams aren't hurting the grass outside the 30. All the damage is being done inside the 30.
That's for sure. And we had a pre-snap penalty there.
False start.
False start. Yeah, that'll back them up, and that'll make the 2-point try a little harder. I imagine that's not going to change their strategy, and
no,
still going to go for two here. So 11:09 remaining in the first half. Reynolds on top 22-13, having just scored their third touchdown in 3 offensive possessions. And now snapping from the 8 yard line for a 2-point conversion attempt. They got Zachrich on the run. He's escaping, but I think he's still managed to get in. Nice elusiveness there by the Reynolds quarterback. And there's 2 more points for Reynolds. It's 24-13. The Raiders on top of the Knights. So far the Eisenhower offense is having to just do everything they can to offset what the Reynolds offense is doing. It's a hard way to stay in a game. And again, we go into the 6th possession of the night looking for the first stop.
Well, he got to the outside, and that's what happened when the guys didn't contain. There's no containment on the outside. Didn't turn them back in to where he got some help, and he beat him to the corner.
So now it's an 11-point hole that the Knights find themselves in. Today's game is being brought to you in part by Healing Beauty by KJ. For all your hair, makeup, and beauty needs, visit Healing Beauty at 112 Pennsylvania Avenue West in Warren or at shophealingbeauty.com. So the only time that the Reynolds Raiders are having to kick is on the kickoffs, but they'll take that because it's at least 6 points every time they're going out for a kickoff. So got Rocky Flotch, number 1 there, getting ready to tee the football up as Eisenhower remains on the sidelines in a huddle.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, there's seems to be quite the delay here. If you were out there, Lou,
that's why I said let's go. I think I still got a black and white striped shirt on.
Might have to send you out there if that continues.
They would have been shagged out a long time ago.
All right, I think we're all set now. Lou's wrapped them all up and got them out here.
So you can try that short kick because they should be up more towards the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they try to kick it into no man's land.
And they did. Oh, my gosh.
And I think Reynolds might have recovered that. Yeah, Reynolds came away with that ball, and if they did, that's going to be, as we talked about, Lou, that stolen possession can go a long way. And they did. They did indeed come up with it, it looks like.
Should have let it go out of bounds, but I don't think it had enough juice in it to get it out of bounds. You know what? It kind of died in the grass.
Yeah, tried to kick it into no man's land, and that's exactly what happened.
1st and 10 from the 31.
And that is going to be a first down for Reynolds at the 31-yard line. So, as I mentioned earlier, that's one of the things you're trying to get out of that situation is maybe steal a possession. The defense has not done a good job stopping the Eisenhower offense, and the easiest way to get the stop is just don't even send them out on the field. So from the 31-yard line, Zach Rich is in the backfield with Manjares, and we have a pre-snap penalty here. Be a false start on the Raiders. So let's see if Eisenhower can use that as a jump start on this drive. They got him 1st and 15 now, back at the 36.
One of the wideouts to the top of the screen moved prior to the snap. I don't think he knew where he was supposed to be and moved too soon. So
a little bit of a hole here for the Reynolds offense. Just the second time all game. Last time they followed it up with a big run, and it was all forgotten. They're going to pass on this play. Zach Rich back, throws, and it almost intercepted there by number 50, Bryce Colson. Right in the hands. And, man, he's beating himself up over that one.
All he had to do was catch it. But he knocked it down.
He did.
You know?
way to look on the bright side, Lou.
There's a bright side of it. They didn't catch it. Neither did Eisenhower, but nobody did.
So you don't get the turnover. I guess the good news is you do have 2nd down and 15 now.
Right.
And you haven't had them 2nd and long or 3rd and any and long, really, all game. So
no.
Something to build on here, hopefully, for the defense. See if they go back to the passing game on 15. Now he faked the pass, and then he decided to run and got quite a bit of it back. Picked up about 11. Going to set up a 3rd down and 4.
That's one thing I don't understand. The run, and then a pass, a situation where the run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I got him.
I mean, you run till they stop you.
Yeah, and they haven't they haven't done it yet. Yeah.
So why go to the pass when you can run?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the average is, but it's got to be well over 10 yards per run in this game so far. So, yeah, to your point, stick with what works. They got Bell back in again.
Game.
And, yeah, that can be a byproduct of the 2-quarterback system as well, different personnel, and it's going to cost them 5 yards here.
Yes.
So that's 10 yards on this drive, Lou. You talked about it in the pregame. The penalties, even when you're getting big chunk plays, this is the first time in this game that Reynolds has kind of made it harder on themselves than they've had to.
Yeah, they're shooting themselves in the foot on this. That's the errors that we talked. Yeah, when you say that's what we talked about earlier. You can't make those kind of mistakes.
And once again, it looked like they were having some trouble getting people in and out of the huddle here. So,
well, this is still going to be 4 down anyway. I mean, if they don't make it on
absolutely,
they're certainly not going to punt the ball.
Yeah, and I believe he just had Reynolds' coach had to take another timeout. They were looking at another 5-yard penalty for delay of game. So Reynolds will come over to the side here during this Ross Becker Insurance timeout and see if they can get things settled down. Ross Becker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. TeamRossBecker.com. That's Ross Becker.
When you don't have a 25-second clock on the field, you have to be cognizant of the back judge when he raises his hand that it's time to go, or call the timeout. There shouldn't be, these delay of games shouldn't be called. I mean, but like I say, without the 25-second clock, it is a little more difficult.
Yeah, that's probably most frustrating for head coach Josh Mull of the Reynolds Raiders is the fact that they had just had to delay a game on the previous play, and he just had to burn another timeout to avoid a second in a row. So hopefully, for Reynolds' sake, whatever play they're trying to do here on this 3rd and 9, they got straightened out during that timeout, and see what they've got here. 3rd down and 9, as I said, from the Ike 30. Another pass play down the middle and
dropped it.
Looks like, it fell incomplete, in and out of the hands of Parker Ney.
He had it too.
Yeah, it was well defended, but it was hit right in the hands. Hudson Haight had the coverage for the Knights on that play. And so, we got a 4th down and 9. Only the second 4th down of the game. The last one was right on the doorstep when Reynolds scored a touchdown here. So, big play for the Knights here in this game if they want to kind of erase the stolen possession that Reynolds got with the short kickoff.
Yeah, if they can stop him, it didn't hurt him.
Zachrich back to pass. And Lindemuth comes out of nowhere and crushes him in the backfield. Lindemuth with the sack at the 39-yard line. And that's going to be as good as a turnover, Lou.
Yep.
That's going to be Eisenhower's ball. They force them back. They actually lost 8 yards on the drive, and with 10 minutes left in the first half, Eisenhower gets the ball back right about where that kick would have landed anyway.
I was just going to say, that's about where they recovered the onside kick.
Yeah.
So it was...
All it cost them was a couple defensive plays, but we're right about back where we would have been. 24-13, Ike ball right around the 40-yard line.
Well, and there again, like we said it before, a couple false starts, delay a game, drop pass.
Making you look like a genius, Lou.
You get the button. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Jacob Zach's going to pass on 1st down, and it's complete, but it's well defended there.
That's a nice play right there.
Yeah, Angelo Minyar as the brother of Gabriel. He's just a sophomore, and that was a nice play there on number 4. The pass was complete to Joe Gigliotti, but he just had nowhere to go after he caught it.
2nd down and 11.
That's a nice defensive play right there. Nose in the numbers, wrapped his arms, made the tackle. That's tackling 101 right there.
Yeah, and you do that more often than not, you're going to put your opponent in some bad situations, and that's kind of what Eisenhower's focused with right now. They got a 2nd down and 11 after the big Gavin Lindemuth sack that caused a turnover on downs. So, and now we have another whistle, and again, delay a game, to your point.
Delay a game.
So that's going to be 5 yards in the wrong direction for Eisenhower. They're going to back it up to the 34, and it'll be 2nd and real long now. 2nd down and 16. Eisenhower on the ball quick. Maybe trying to catch Reynolds off guard a little bit. And again, thought I heard a whistle, but I guess it was not.
Carried by Nolan Gensing.
Give it to Guessing, and Guessing picks up about 3, but now it's going to be third and still behind the sticks here for the Knights. Third and about 11.
Be third down and 11.
Right, third down and 11. Luton's Plumbing, Heating at AC, third down. When you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving again. See if the Knights can get moving again. Jacob Zach takes the snap, and again, we have a pre-snap stoppage. And it's a false start on the Knights, and now third and 11 look bad enough. Now you got to look at third down and 16.
Offsides against Knights.
So the Knights going in the wrong direction here. And after a first quarter of great offense, Lou, we've kind of hit the...
Yeah, these last two offensive plays by the Reynolds offense and Eisenhower offense, it's not a clinic here.
Yeah, and it's the pre-snap penalties largely, as you mentioned, and the negative plays. So probably a passing down here. Jacob Zach's back. He's got to get away from the back there. He throws, and it's tipped and intercepted there. By number 25, just. But that is the first official turnover of the game for the Knights.
Come on, Travis!
But on third down, that's just about as good as a punt, I guess, if nothing else. So try to look at the bright side for the Knights, but the ball will go back to Reynolds with 7:58 left in the first half.
Terrible call!
So the interception was made down around the 30. Oh, I guess they call that delay a game, Lou, for throwing the ball up in the air. Okay, so not a personal foul. So just a.
That was the signal the referee gave was a delay a game.
Okay, so.
Yeah, but.
Penalty, it'll set back. Looks like they're. And he carries some tacklers up across the 30. So a nice gain on first down. Got about. Second and 5 for the Reynolds. For the Raiders, excuse me. Just across the 30-yard line. Bellbeck, I believe it is under center again. Hands it off to the other quarterback, Zach Rich. Signal issue is kind of coming and going right now.
Third down.
But if nothing else, to talk you through the quarter here.
Wow.
What a gift.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Third down and about 5 here. Just across the 30. We're
going to see a punt.
Yeah, it could be our first punt of the game. Number 57 for Reynolds is down. That's Christian Mole, Jr. Goes to a knee, and that's going to bring us to a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. Ross Becker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. TeamRossBecker.com. That's Ross Becker. So We have a stoppage here in the action as they attend to the injured Reynolds player. 6:15 left in the first half. It's 24-13 Reynolds. The offenses went up and down the field here, Lou, during the first quarter, but defense has kind of taken over here in the second. Clean things up a little bit, and
yeah, it has. A couple mistakes. I mean, both teams. You know, there's been some penalties on both offenses, which has stopped things, and the defenses have started to. They've started to come to play.
Looks like Mole's gonna make his way off the field a little gingerly, but good to see him off on his own power there for the Raiders. We've got ourselves a 4th down and about 7 yards. Reynolds has not had to kick so far tonight, but I'd be surprised if they go for it, but this backed up in their own territory.
Okay, it's 4th down and 7.
Let's take a look here. Maybe that is Zach Rich going back to punt there. Yep, okay. For a minute there, I thought maybe they were going to actually try and go for it, but there's the kick deep to Jacob Zach. He's going to let it bounce, and it takes a heck of a Reynolds bounce all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Was all the way down to the 22-yard line.
So
that's just one of those things.
Those bounce couldn't have gone much worse for Eisenhower there. All the way down. It rolled about 20 yards from where it landed, and it really flips the field. Eisenhower's done a good job here. They did get down 11 there, but Reynolds has had 2 offensive possessions since they went down 11, and they have held them. Be a good time for the offense to kind of get back into the groove that it had going on in the first quarter. But if they're going to do that, they're going to have to do it on a long field because they're backed up to the 22-yard line here. Jacob Zach's under center. 5:56 left in the opening half. Jacob Zach keeps it. Makes a nice move to get away.
Nice.
Made a few people miss there. And then, let's see. Yeah, he kind of finished the play. The whistle blew, but I don't think there was anything egregious there on the sidelines. So probably a good no call there by the officials, honestly. Still a nice run by Jacob Zach. He picked up 11 yards and got the first down.
With a first down run.
That's a Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down. So much better start to this drive than the last drive for the Knights as they look to cut into this 2-possession lead that the Reynolds Raiders have. Jacob Zach hands it to Guessing. Nice stop there by number 59, Maddox Snyder. Looked like Guessing had a little bit of daylight, but Reynolds and Snyder pulled him back and held him to about a 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Knights.
They closed down, linebackers closed down well on that play to stop them from getting more yardage and holding them to 3 yards.
And this is something we talked about in the pregame as well, Lou. This is one of those situations where if you're Coach Penley, you would love to have a long, sustained touchdown drive here. The Knights get the ball first in the second half. You can flip the game here if you can put that drive together, but that's not going to help. Jacob Zach just fumbled. I believe he recovered his own fumble, but it will, unfortunately for the Knights, kill the play.
Yeah, this would have been a nice drive. I mean, you got a little over 4 minutes left. You get you can drive drive to the half and get some points on the board and.
Yeah, unfortunately, that mistake there is going to be a little bit of a setback. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now. Clock's still running, nearing the 4-minute mark of the first half.
You score before the half, and you get the ball in the second half.
Exactly, and you score there, and suddenly you take an 11-point deficit and turn it into a lead. So that's in a perfect world, and unfortunately, things don't always go the way you draw it up in football, but they'd like to draw up a nice 3rd down play here. Jacob Zach keeps it. Really has nowhere to go, though. Swallowed up in the backfield.
No.
A 5-yard loss. Maddox Snyder again. Nice drive defensively by him. He had the big tackle of Guessing and then the sack on that play. Jacob Zach loses 5, and it's 4th down, and it looks like the Knights are going to have to punt.
they brought a backer on a blitz that just kind of outmanned the Eisenhower line and snuck in and pressured the quarterback.
Jacob Zach did what he could to escape, but really just didn't have the opportunity there. Speaking of Jacob Zach, he's back to punt. It's off a nice high kick. And this one takes an Eisenhower bounce. Not quite as good as Reynolds, but it's down about the 35-yard line. 2 minutes and 57 seconds until the half, so to see if Reynolds can put something together here. This is a big defensive drive for Eisenhower. No matter what happens offensively the rest of the half, you want to keep it within 2 scores going into the break. So 2:57 remaining in the first half. Reynolds going to take over here at their own 35. Going to have to put together a 3-minute drive here if they want to score before the break. Zachrich in the backfield, Manjares to his right, and Manjares gets the ball. Hit near the line of scrimmage, but still managed to turn it into about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Gain of 6.
So let's see if they, I don't know that Reynolds has an up-tempo offense. They're pretty methodical and everything, and you're still on your side of the field with 2:25 left and only 1 timeout. Some of the clock or play issues earlier getting the play in forced him to call a couple timeouts. Could come back to hurt him here at the end of the half. Zachrich keeps it this time. Gets across the 45, picks up about 6, and that's going to be a first down.
First down.
It's a Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down for the Reynolds Raiders. Ball's at the 47-yard line, stops the clock briefly, but now it starts running again as we go inside 2 minutes until the half. So looking more and more like Reynolds is going to need a chunk play during this drive if they want to score before the break. I don't see a field goal as much of an option. Zachrich is back to pass. He has some pressure. He gets away, but he's hit near the sidelines. He does get across midfield, but only picks up about 5 yards. The good part of the play for Reynolds and Zachrich is that it will stop the clock.
At the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he only picked up 2 or 3 yards on the play. So,
A water break timeout.
yeah, it looks like we do have a timeout, a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. It looks like I can see kind of through the players over there. It looks like there is a player down, maybe with a cramp. Even though he's off the field, they're going to go ahead and stop the game and let him get some attention. So, timeout on the field with 1 minute and 30 left in the opening half. Been kind of a tale of 2 quarters so far, Lou. Very crisp, effective offense in the first quarter. Kind of touchdowns coming about as fast as you can count them. And then in this quarter, first minute, Reynolds scores a touchdown. But since then, the defenses have taken over, and we've kind of hit a stalemate here.
That's getting back to what we talked about earlier with the defense coming to play.
Yeah, this I think
the offense knew the game started at 7. The defense didn't realize.
Defense got here at 7:30
until about 7:45.
And they have definitely put their stamp on the game since then. But both defenses making some great plays here. Eisenhower's going to need a few more here though if they want to get a stop before the half. 2nd and 9 at the 49. Manjares stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard if that.
See, if I were Eisenhower, I'd be calling timeout.
Yeah, they do have 3 timeouts, and I mean, you do have a situation here where you do have some chunk plays in the game. You got a 43-yard run from Guessing and a 52-yard touchdown pass. You know, give yourself a couple chances throwing the ball. I
mean, Reynolds may be content to just run this into halftime, but I mean, you could stop. He has all his timeouts left. You know, you may get a punt out of him too. shank one off his foot. Who knows?
Yeah, we've seen some weird things happen already in this game. It's 3rd and 9, ball's right at midfield. Zachrich is back to pass. And the ball was knocked out of his hands. I don't know if it's, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. For a minute, I thought maybe an Eisenhower defender got a finger on it when he ran by and caused a fumble, but
No, that was incomplete.
they did call it an incomplete pass. It will stop the clock. It's now 4th down. But to your point, Lou, only 38 seconds left on the clock now. So, a timeout in the right spot there, it could have had maybe a whole nother minute on the clock.
Yeah, they say if ifs and buts were candy and nuts.
Yeah, that's what they say. So let's see. Looks like Zachrich is going to go back to punt. Jacob Zach slowly getting back into position here. Back around his own 25-yard line.
I pretty much send everybody. But
it's a fake. And it's a pass to Ney, and extra effort's going to get Ney the first down.
Made the first down.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Lou, it almost looked like, I don't know if Eisenhower kind of had an idea, or at least some of their players maybe had an idea that was coming, because Jacob Zach wasn't dropping back deep. He kind of stayed up close, and sure enough, they did the fake, and it was the extra effort by Ney got the first down. And now Reynolds, if they want, can probably take this to the half. Let's see if they're content or if they're going to try and run one more play.
See, now they have one timeout left and didn't take it, so.
Rushing up to the line now with 9 seconds left.
They're not going to get the play off.
And Belbeck's in at quarterback, and there's the last timeout with 3 seconds left on the clock. So that's the last timeout for Reynolds in the first half. Only 3 seconds left, so really only time for one play. The ball's at the Eisenhower 41-yard line.
Time management, Alan.
Yeah,
Time management.
And it's one of those keys of the game that kind of comes as the season goes on. And, of course, with this being a season opener and everything, you expect to see some of this stuff. And Reynolds has had some time management issues in this game. And then, of course, some pre-snap penalties for both teams, especially here in this second quarter. So, yeah, they're kind of rearing their ugly head here at the worst time as Reynolds tries to extend this lead before halftime. I'm interested to see what they've got here planned for it's first down, but you're 41 yards away from the end zone and only 3 seconds left until the break. So
I'm under center taking a snap and just taking a knee and getting out of Dodge.
Zachrich is going to pass. And he does so. He gets it to number 3, Giovanni Garino. And he's still going, but he is tackled down around the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but that will end the first half. So at the half here, we've got the score, the Reynolds Raiders 24, the Eisenhower Knights 13. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network. And we'll be back with some thoughts of the first half here in just one moment.
Discover radiant beauty with Healing Beauty by KJ. Our natural, cruelty-free skincare line harnesses the power of nature to nourish and rejuvenate your skin. From hydrating serums to soothing creams, find your perfect routine. Shop now at shophealingbeauty.com for exclusive offers and free shipping on orders over $50. Healing Beauty by KJ. Glow naturally. Shine beautifully.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
Welcome back here to the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. This is Eisenhower and Reynolds football on the YDL Sports Network. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Come and check out the new indoor-outdoor wood frame event center. The Allegheny Grill was recently voted the #1 waterfront restaurant in Pennsylvania. Find out why at AlleghenyGrill.com. Once again, as I said, this is Eisenhower versus Reynolds on the YDL Sports Network. The Reynolds Raiders have the 24-13 lead here as we've entered the halftime. Both offenses started out really well in the first quarter, and then the defenses showed up, as you said, a little late, but they did show up, and now it's kind of turned into a defensive slugfest with the Raiders up 11 at the half. Taking a look at some of the halftime stats for the Reynolds Raiders, Xavier Zachrich passing was 4 out of 7 for 50 yards in the first half. He did have a touchdown pass to check my numbers here. Parker Ney, on the fourth down play. Gabe Manjarez, do some quick addition here in my head. 11 carries, 113 yards, 1 touchdown at the break. He did have the 54-yard touchdown run on his first touch of the game. For the Eisenhower Knights, Jacob Zach, they've only tried to pass 3 times, 2 of 3 for 51 yards with a touchdown and interception. The big play was the 52-yard touchdown pass to Peyton Hammerbeck in the first quarter. And on the ground, only 5 carries each for Jacob Zach and Nolan Gessing. And maybe a big surprise for me, just 3 carries for 14 yards in the first half for Logan Penley, who was the main workhorse back last year. So kind of a surprise there, but we'll see if maybe they get him involved a little more in the second half and see how things play out here. Those were the Warren Forest High Ed Council halftime stats. The Warren Forest High Ed Council has been serving Warren and Forest counties for more than 40 years. Visit highed.com. Move next to the Generational Wealth Management Scoreboard, world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwn.nm.com. Taking a look briefly around some of the games going on right now in District 9 and District 10. As they are updated on the D9 and 10 sports.com website. Karn City has a 35-6 second quarter lead on St. Mary's. Port Allegheny's up 41-6 in the second quarter against Bradford. Red Bank Valley 19, Ridgeway 7 in the second quarter. Keystone's got a 42-6 lead on Brookville in the second. Kane 14, Smethport 8 in the second. No updates yet from Coudersport and Montauk and Union versus Otto Eldred, as well as Bucktail versus Cameron County. Bellwood Antis leads 14-7 against Clearfield, and Kerwinsville and Myersdale are tied at 14 in the second quarter. Moving over to District 10, Girard has a 12-0 second quarter lead on Sharpsville. Wilmington 14, Greenville 7 in the second quarter. Cambridge Springs 7, Fairport Harding, Ohio 7 in the opening quarter. Cochranton 6, Iroquois 6 in the second. Maplewood and Union City are tied 8-8 at the half. Seneca's got a 14-7 lead on Sagertown in the second quarter. Northwestern up 20-6 over Lakeview. Conneaut 28, Warren nothing in the second quarter. Grove City 6, Northeast 3 in the second quarter. It looks like Corey's up 21-3 over Titusville in the second. Fort LaBeouf has a 23-7 second quarter lead over Meadville. Oil City 27, Harbor Creek 7 in the second quarter. Cathedral Prep leads Erie 7-0 in the second. And Highland, Ohio has a 28-0 lead on McDowell in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break here on your Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show and return with the first half scoring summary and some keys to the second half before we get going here at Reynolds High School. You're listening to high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information. If you want to enhance your skills or gain an entirely new skill set, now's the time to register for classes at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. Registration for the 2025-26 Youth Leadership Program for students in grades 6 through 8 is now open. Secure your student spot today. Make 2025 the year you take the next step with a phlebotomy course, professional development seminars, a welding course, and a scam prevention seminar. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register now. The Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning.
Welcome back to the Allegheny Gorilla Foxburg halftime show here on the YDL Sports Network. Reynolds with a 24-13 lead on the Eisenhower Knights at halftime. Time now for the Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. Score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tionesta, hunterstation.com. So things were coming fast and furious in the opening quarter. The scoring got started on the second play of the game when Gabe Manjarez broke off a 54-yard run with 11 minutes left in the opening quarter. Xavier Zachrich had the run for the two-point conversion. That made it 8-0 Reynolds. Eisenhower quickly responded with a 1-yard Logan Penley touchdown run. Bryce Wilkins had the kick with 8:44 left in the quarter, and it was 8-7. Reynolds scored on the next drive as well. Parker Ney on a 4th down 1-yard run. 4:57 left. He also ran in the two-point conversion to give Reynolds a 16-7 lead. Ike came up with a big play to cut back into that lead. Caleb Jacobzak's first completion of the season was a 52-yard touchdown pass to Peyton Hammerbeck. The 2-point failed, but it was 16-13 Reynolds at the end of the opening quarter. And then Brady Nalen had a 1-yard run in the opening minute of the second quarter. Zachrich had the 2-point conversion to make it 24-13, and then the defenses took over. And that's where we stand right now at the half with the Knights down 24-13. Take a look now at the Rehab Center's second half adjustments. With 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning, the Rehab Center always makes the right adjustments. The Rehab Center, chiropractors for caring, for health. Old English spelling. Sorry, I was reading my notes. That was a good moment right there.
That was.
Center. Okay, we'll remember that for next time. All right, we're on the fly here. All right, Lou, let's take a look at some of those second half adjustments. Obviously, we expected, I think, a defensive game from the start, and that's not what we got in the first quarter. Second quarter, the defenses got better, but some of the offensive play got sloppy too. I'd have to think both coaches want to see better execution in the second half.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns in the first quarter. We didn't have any in the second quarter.
Yep.
So I don't think. I always like to start with I don't think because then it's all on me. They're going to.
I was going to say you can deny.
He said it. I don't think either team really stopped each other. I think each team stopped themselves.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't think there was a penalty in the first quarter.
No.
There was false starts, delay of games. There was just mistakes that you can't have. Now, this was in the second quarter. If this would have been in the first quarter, that would have been way different.
Yeah.
Because, it's the first game, but the first quarter was, in my opinion, was played well.
Yeah,
it really was. I mean, it was probably. I mean, if you want to grade it, you're going to say, well, that was a B+.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come back to the second quarter. If you want to grade that,
I don't think we want to.
I think
just sloppy play on both sides, like you said. Yeah,
but it's just one of those things where it's two teams. It's just like we said, they're both oriented to the run, and you got to stop it, and or the team itself is going to stop themselves, and I think that's really what happened in the second quarter. So they got to get away from the penalties, and just take care of the ball. Get Eisenhower's going to get the ball. They need to put together a nice drive to start the third quarter. Even if they don't score, even if they don't score, if they can put a drive together for 4, 5, 6 minutes to where they get the feel of the game back.
Yeah, get some rhythm back in the offense because that's really what was missing in the second quarter.
Because, like I said, they're not hurting the grass on the inside. The 30-yard line.
No.
All the grass is getting hurt on the outside.
Exactly.
30. But now it's they just got to put together a team effort. Where I mean, it's offense, defense, and special teams. Or all three of them are on the same page.
Yeah, and that was something I was thinking about. That second quarter, both teams sloppy. It's one of those situations where if even one of the teams could have executed well, that really could turn the whole game around. Eisenhower could have gotten something going, maybe gotten the lead. Reynolds could have put the game away.
Right.
But both offenses failed to execute. So probably lucky especially for Eisenhower, that they're even still in the game as close as they are, considering how the second quarter played out.
Yeah, Eisenhower could have come back and made it a different, could have got back in the game. Or Reynolds could have done what they did in the first quarter and put the game almost out of reach.
Yep.
So, we'll see what the third quarter is going to bring. That's why that's why they play the game.
It is, and this first drive of the half is going to be a big one. We're going to take a quick break before we get ready and come back for the third quarter. Thanks for listening to the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. You're watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, and we'll be right back with you for the start of the third quarter.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Have a fender bender? We can mender at Park Avenue Motor Car. Bring your vehicle to Ron and the crew at Park Avenue Motor Car, 7 South Carver Street in Warren, or call 814-726-9728. Park Avenue Motor Car, proudly serving Warren County for 30 years.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Are you transporting steel or other unique products? Then you need to check out Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates supplies certified wood crates or pallets for shipping steel and other products. Oil Country Crates can ship crates throughout the United States and overseas as well, thanks to their ISPM 15 inspection stamp. Oil Country Crates is dedicated to providing prompt and reliable services to all of its customers while abiding to all shipping regulations. Find out more at oilcountrycrates.com. Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection.
Welcome back to Reynolds High School. High school football season opener for the Eisenhower Knights here on the YDL Sports Network. Getting ready now for the Acrisure third quarter. Acrisure, with a location in DuBois, is the official insurance provider of your daily local in the YDL Sports Network. Find out more at acrisure.com/Mid-Atlantic. All right, Lou. Alan Siebert with Lou Vizza here. We're set for the second half. Eisenhower is going to get the ball to start the third quarter. And as we said during the halftime show, an important drive coming up if the Knights want to get back in this game.
This could be one of the most important drives of the game for Eisenhower to get themselves back into it, at least down within one score.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's just the way that second quarter went, probably for both teams, left a pretty bad taste in everybody's mouth. And we'll see if they can, which team's going to fire the first round here could go a long way in determining who wins this game.
This music's too loud.
Yeah, you're jamming out as we are to the music in the background here from Reynolds High School. Should calm down here as the game gets back underway. All right, so Reynolds taking the field. Rocky Flotch again going to do the kicking. From what I've seen, I don't expect a deep kick, so it should be decent field position for Eisenhower, provided we don't see what we saw in the second quarter with the short kick that ended up being recovered by the Raiders. The front five for sure for the Knights got to be aware of that. All right, back to kick here. Get this second half underway. There's the kick, and this one of the deeper ones of the night.
That's a better kick.
It's taken around the 18-yard line. Looking for a number there as he gets up near the 40.
15.
Yep, number 15, Logan Penley. Didn't do a lot of carrying of the ball in the first half, but got a kick return there and got up around the 39. That's where Eisenhower will start their first drive of the second half.
Brings it up to the 39-yard line.
Today's game. Oh, go ahead, Luke.
No, I was standing up and I sat down and they told me behind me I could stand up. So I'm going to go back and stand
Lou's
up.
back on his feet.
Yeah, I'm back on my feet.
Eisenhower all set for their first play here. Jacob Zach under center as we start the third quarter. Handoff to Penley.
Nice.
Yeah, nice 6-yard gain, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Eisenhower start to lean on that a little more. One thing they don't have a ton of is numbers, so maybe that was the thought process in the first half. Keep Penley's legs fresh for the stretch run here and see if they can lean on him a little bit.
They've had some success running to the left side of Reynolds' defense, or to the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they can exploit that a little bit more.
And
nice,
see
what happens.
Nice pickup there, 6 yards. So it's 2nd and 4 from the 45. Jacob Zach keeps it that time. Nice fake, and he's off to the races. They have the angle on him, see if they can cut him off. It's like they got him just before the pile-on there, but that's a huge run by Jacob Zach, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Knights. So, as we said, Lou, just what they needed drawn up out of the locker room.
That's right. That's a great play. He read the option, faked the dive, took it around the end. Reynolds bid on it, and see you later.
Got about as close as he could get without scoring there. A 54-yard run right down to the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Knights, just under a minute into the third quarter and knocking on the door of perhaps making this a 1-score game again.
That's a good way to start the half. Put the ball in.
Jacob Zach's back under center after the long run. He's going to hand it to Penley. Pushing at the line, but it does not look like he got in. Yeah, they are going to mark him just short, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Not quite the push the Eisenhower line needed in the front there, and not enough room for Penley to find the goal line there and punch it in. So wouldn't be surprised if he gets another attempt here.
Left side. Little mystery.
Jacob Zach's going to keep it that time, and the Levy got turned away again.
Yep.
Had an initial push, but then had 2 people on him right away, and he got stopped. It's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line again.
Somebody's hurt.
Looks like we do have a player down, and that'll take us into a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. Ross Becker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. TeamRossBecker.com. That's Ross Becker. Does look like Grayson Linkerhoff, perhaps. It's limped off, and he's made it over to the bench. So they're going to work on him, and that's going to be a key lineman down for the Knights in an area where they could really use the lineman, right down here on the doorstep.
Go back to the option. They've read the he's read the object, but he's run the option well.
Yeah, let's see, especially down one of their key parts of the line. You think that maybe that might be something they do here, but no. He did go up the middle, and it does look like he broke the plane. Yeah, it's a touchdown. Eisenhower touchdown there for Caleb Jacobzak. Kept it himself again, and that gets the Eisenhower Knights within 5. It's a 24-19 game after the touchdown. First touchdown of the night for Jacobzak. Comes with 9:47 left in the third quarter. And yeah, that drive there looked a lot like the first quarter for both teams there. So the Knights will be trying to buck that trend here in the when Reynolds gets the ball back. But they are going to go for 2 and try and make it a 3-point game. And we have a timeout called by Coach Penley, the first of the second half. So I guess we're going to have a quick break in the action here before the 2-point play. But Lou, really, they couldn't ask for a better drive. Big run from Jacobzak. Took them a little while to get it in, but they do score the touchdown, and now you're back within 1 possession. And now you're really, no matter what happens on the 2-point play here, you're going to have to rely on your defense in the coming possession.
Yeah, it took them a little over 2 minutes to get that ball in the end zone. The first drive that Reynolds had, it took them a minute.
Yep.
But so, I mean, they did come back and score within a very reasonable amount of time. You know, and that's what they needed, a big play, which they got, and to get a touchdown out of the drive, to get back in the game, you know, to be down, they make the 2 points, you're down by 3. So everything is in reach better than it was.
I would agree with that.
24-13.
And something you'd probably like to see if you're Penley too is the team come out of the locker room like that. The second quarter, as we said, did not go well. And come out and execute well and score. Got to be happy with that as a coach. Jacobzak under center, going for 2, gives it to Penley. Penley's got room, and he lost the football. Just about broke the plane, but before he broke the plane, he lost the ball. And it's going to be a failed 2-point conversion, which will leave the score at 24-19 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders.
That was a lick.
Yeah, he looked like he had the room to get in, but it was a perfectly placed tackle. Nice form tackle. Looks like he was a little slow getting up, but worth it to keep 2 points off the board. And now it's going to be up to the Reynolds offense to get momentum back in the court of the home team here.
Yeah, now it's up to Reynolds to answer back.
Yeah,
Eisenhower made the first punch, or Reynolds made the first punch in the first quarter, and Eisenhower had to answer it. Now Eisenhower threw the first punch in the third quarter. Now Reynolds has to answer that.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell really where. Like I think if you look on paper from the stats from last year, you just assume that Gabe Manjares is going to get most of the work here. But really, I mean, they had 2 quarterbacks going in and out of the game in the first half. They've got several different guys running the ball, so it's been far from a one-man offensive show for Reynolds so far.
No, they have. Yeah, they've got some horses. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So
here we go. We got Bryce Wilkins out there again, about to kick off. See what this kickoff brings. Every kickoff's been an adventure so far. It's on the ground and short, but it was picked up. Risky play there by the Reynolds upman, but he got away with it.
Wow.
And he'll be rewarded with Reynolds starting in Eisenhower field position at the 47-yard line. Again, it worked out, but I don't know. There was probably a moment there where the coach was.
You know how he's going to get rewarded from the coach? Don't ever
do that again. I think I can see right now, it's exactly what he's being told right in front of us.
Don't ever do that again.
I guess if you're going to make a risky play, you better be sure you're going to do it. And he did get away with that, so we'll see what this drive brings. But great field position for Reynolds. They're at the Eisenhower 48-yard line to start out. 9:36 left in the third quarter. Now it's just a one-possession game. Reynolds up 24-19. Zachrich takes the snap. He's met in the backfield, but gets away. And now he turned it into quite a bit there. He's got almost 20 yards before he goes out of bounds for a Ty Nesta Builders Supply first down.
He made something out of nothing on that play.
He sure did. I think the first hand got on him. He was back around the 50. He ends up all the way down around the 30 before the play's over. So first down for Reynolds, and third quarter here looks a lot like the first quarter so far. Eisenhower will want to change that if they want a chance to extract a little bit of revenge from last year's D10 playoff loss. Zachrich in the shotgun, gives it to Manjarez. Manjarez was hit early, but he keeps fighting and did a good job to make about 4 yards out of that. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 now.
Well, in the first quarter, Eisenhower answered back after Reynolds scored it about a minute and a half later. So we'll see what transpires on this drive.
Yeah, they're well on their way. 9 minutes left in this quarter, and they're all the way down inside the 30 at the Eisenhower 26. Same look in the backfield. Again, they go to Manjarez. He's working his way through, and he's got a first down and more. Finally tackled down inside the 15 around the 13-yard line. 13-yard gain and another Tynesta Builders Supply first down.
That kid's a nice little runner.
Yeah,
he's senior.
He is, and he's mostly what sticks out to me is how patient he is in the hole. You think you want to get where you want to go as fast as you can, but he's kind of tiptoeing around and just kind of working with what's in front of him and making the most of it. And it's starting to add up on the stat sheet now. He's well over 100 yards, has the one big touchdown, and I don't get the feeling that he's done quite yet. Right on cue, there's Manjarez again. Down inside the 10, a gain of 4 again.
Manjarez with a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, unofficially, I've got him at 14 carries for 134 yards now. So coming off a season where he ran for well over 1,300 yards, he's right on pace.
he's going to be there at the end of the year, no question.
Starting your season with a 54-yard touchdown run will definitely help your yards per carry average.
Yep, that's for sure.
I get the feeling he doesn't really care how they come as long as they end in the end zone here, and they're only 9 yards away right now. That play looked kind of wonky from the beginning. Zachrich took the snap and threw an incomplete pass.
See there again, I don't get it. You run the ball, and then you try to throw a little dinker over the top, and it just, I don't know.
Yeah, and my concern would be it turns into a play that's almost a wasted down. And if there's one place where the Eisenhower defense has really played well, it's down in these short yardage situations in front of the goal line. Took them to 4th down once, 3rd down another time, and you're going to go to Manjarez this time, and that's probably what they should have done on the last play. Manjarez is tackled, but it's too late. He's in the end zone for a Reynolds touchdown. And once again, it is a 2-possession game as the Raiders get the 9-yard touchdown run and go up 30-19. Second touchdown of the night for Manjarez. And this one again makes it a 2-score game. Reynolds, as they have all night, going to go for 2 here. And Manjarez does it himself, right up the middle. 2 more points for Reynolds. And it's 32-19 in favor of the Raiders here with 7:15 left in the third quarter.
Well, there again, their answer back was about 2.5 minutes. Just
Yeah.
like it was. Beginning of this third quarter is like how we started the game.
Yep, and Eisenhower is going to hope that it continues that way too, because the clock's going to become an issue over time, but also if you're not going to get the stops, you need to be almost perfect on offense, and that's kind of where they're getting to right about now. That's what they're going to have to start doing offensively. Just a reminder as you watch this game, today's game is being brought to you in part by the Lander Hope Clinic, medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment. every kickoff tonight has been an adventure. I don't think that this one will be any different, but Eisenhower will hope for good things as they're going to need another drive just to get back in the game and get within striking distance. Really, if you're Eisenhower, all you can hope for right now is just kind of try to stay close enough that you're there at the end and maybe can find a way to get a stop and steal one. Unfortunately, with each touchdown Reynolds scores, that becomes much harder because the offense has to be that much more efficient. Short kick. Yep, grabbed by number 21, Braden Baker.
That's smart.
Yeah, smart play. Caught the ball, got down, didn't try to do too much. Baker's one of those kids that does not get a lot of touches, at least from a skill position spot. So probably a good idea. Get the ball, get down, get your offense on the field. But good hands. He's a good baseball player coming over from Youngsville. So not surprised at the good hands and made a smart play to get on the ground there. The Knights will take over at the 43-yard line. Last drive got a big run from Jacob Zach that was paid off with a Jacob Zach touchdown. This drive starts with him under center and a pitch to Logan Penley. Penley looks for room, and he doesn't get much.
Nope.
Nice stick there by Reynolds, number 25, Jacob Rust. Stopped Penley after a gain of maybe a yard.
It's a gain of 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, it's been tough going for Penley. Penley had 826 yards last season, and so far tonight, just 21 yards on 6 carries. Second and 9 from the 44. Jacob Zach takes the snap, fakes to Penley, and he's under pressure immediately, but he gets away, and he's got daylight, and he just might make, he's down the sideline. I'll see a late flag come flying in.
I get a clip.
Yeah, Jacob Zach, I believe, got all the way down into the end zone unless he stepped out, but
You got a clip.
For a touchdown, there is longer on the field.
I do believe this one's going to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunate, too, because Jacob Zach did a great job of making something out of nothing there, but it's going to come almost all the way back. Flag was thrown around the Reynolds 40-yard line.
It's blocking the back. That flag came from the back judge from way downfield.
Yep, and there's the call.
Well,
holding.
He's holding.
Yep.
But
so unfortunate for the Knights. That's going to take a touchdown off the board. And maybe even worse. Not worse. Of course, you want the 6 no matter what. But based on the spot of the foul, too, it's going to give most of the yardage back, too, that was gained. Goes all the way back to midfield, so they don't even get a first down out of the play. And it'll be 2nd down and about 4 now. So still get a little bit of yardage out of the play, but definitely not what you had.
There was a penalty there. It just
somebody
needed to call it. And it's
Eisenhower will try to duplicate that success here. Ball at the 50. Give it to Penley. Penley puts his head down. I believe he's got the first down. He's right at the sticks.
close.
So it's either a Tie Nest Builder Supply first down or it's going to be 3rd and about a foot. And, yeah, they're going to call for the first down. So nice run by Penley. Needed 4, got 4, and the drive continues as we hit the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Eisenhower breaks the huddle here. They overcome the penalty, get another first down, and keep the drive going as they've now moved into Reynolds territory. Ball snap, nice handoff, nice hole. And that is Noah Guessing. Nolan, sorry. All the way down past the 35. Down around the 32. That's about 14 yards on the run. So Guessing's had some good runs tonight, too. He had a 43-yarder in the first quarter, and then that's his second longest run of the night right there. So Eisenhower on the move, down to the 32-yard line of the Raiders.
This has been a good drive despite that last penalty. You know, it's they're getting the ball up the field where they need to be.
Yeah, they've definitely looked a lot more like the first quarter Knights than the second quarter Knights here on this drive and the previous one. It's like an end around.
No.
They give the ball to Hudson Haight, number 12.
Stop for loss.
Just nowhere to go for Haight coming around the end. It's going to end up being a loss of 1 on the play.
Defense didn't go on that one. They stayed home on that play instead of chasing the ball to the other side.
So that's going to put the Knights at a second down and long now. Ball back around the 33. Definitely in four down territory. So you got three downs to work with here. Jacob Zach's going to drop back into the shotgun this time. Quick pass out to number 4, Joe Gigliotti, and Gigliotti does a great job getting upfield, and I believe he's got another first down.
Yep.
First down.
So the Knights quickly overcome that negative play on first down and get another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down around the 21-yard line. Gain of 13, Gigliotti's second catch of the night.
Start the clock, guys. There you go.
4:16 left on the Acrisure third quarter clock. This is Alan Siebert and Lou Vizza on the YDL Sports Network at the Venango County View of the Field. Your view of the field tonight is brought to you by Venango County. There's always something to see and do in Venango County. First down for the Knights. Jacob Zach got back to pass, and the ball was knocked out of his hands. Deflected and falls incomplete. Jacob Zach was under pressure, had to get rid of that one quickly. And luckily for them, it fell to the turf. Second down and 10 now.
Did that kind of slip out of his hands?
Yeah, it looked like maybe...
I don't think he got hit.
I don't think he got hit, but he had some pressure, and it looked like it just didn't come out of the hands right and fell harmlessly to the turf. Luckily for the grass, actually, not turf.
Yeah. I thought maybe he tried to pull it back, and it came,
Yeah, it could have been a situation like that, yeah. First pass of the night by Jacob Zach that hasn't been caught. One was intercepted earlier, but this is his first true incompletion of the night. And he'll go right back to the air here. Good job by the line. And that pass is going to be caught. He was down on the ground.
Pass is complete to Nolan Gessing.
Gessing makes the catch. And another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down. Down to the 10-yard line.
They're going to be are they inside the 10 or at the 10?
Looks like they're trying to figure out whether they're going to drop the sticks or yep. So
what are they? Somebody hurt?
Yeah, officials timeout here. I think maybe they might be having a problem with the chains over there.
Well,
perhaps.
If they're on the 10, they don't need them.
That is a good point as well.
Taking a water break here. It is 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 10.
Right, so we have an officials timeout. We have I do see a couple players sitting for Eisenhower on the other side, maybe stretching out. Looks like Logan Penley actually might be dealing with some cramping and such. But yeah, 1st and goal for the Knights. Came out of the locker room, down 11. Scored a touchdown, got back in it, but then gave up one as well as a 2-point conversion. And now find themselves down 13 with 3:24 left in the third quarter. But a nice offensive drive's got them on the doorstep again as they try to get back into it. Jacob Zach originally under center. And it looks like we're going to have a false start there, and that's a tough place for it. Going to back them up 5. Carson Subkowski with the false start. Backs them up 5, and it'll be a 1st and goal from the 15. All right, Jacob Zach under center. First down. Takes the snap. It's going to pass. It's a little screen pass. Yeah. Oh, just tripped up there. Was that guessing? Number 8, it looks like. Yeah, he had the end zone on his mind, but just got caught by the shoestrings there and got about half of what he needed down to the 7-yard line. And it's now 2nd down and goal from, call it the 7-yard line. Nice play there.
It was.
The screen opened up and guessing had the end zone in his sight, and if wasn't for a great defensive stop on the, just got him at the last second, they'd be celebrating 6 right now. Jacob Zach again thinking about passing, throws it, and it is intercepted in the end zone. Number 25, Jacob Rust, his 2nd interception of the night. And that one hurts. It's going to be a turnover, and it's going to give the ball to the Reynolds Raiders here. 2nd interception of the night by Jacob Rust. He's made some key plays defensively, and now the defense is going to be asked for the Knights to step up again.
That was a bad time for that to happen.
Yeah, difficult pass.
I mean, there's never a good time.
Never a good time for a turnover, but yeah, right there on the doorstep, you're only 7 yards away, and now you're getting into, if you're Reynolds, you're looking at maybe one long, sustained 6-7 minute drive that you punch in, and you've almost put the thing away. So this drive will start at the 20-yard line. Here's the handoff, and Manjarez, I believe it's Manjarez, is off and running. That's not Manjarez. That is number 10, Parker Ney. Ney goes 80 yards for the touchdown run. And that might be a backbreaker right there. You're at the 7-yard line, 2nd and goal. Turnover, next play, 80-yard touchdown. And Reynolds has its biggest lead of the night. It's 38-19. Just a backbreaker of a sequence there, Lou, for the Knights. You think you're just about ready to get back in within 5, and now all of a sudden you're down 19. It's a 3-score game.
That hurt.
Yeah, and like you said, there's no good time for a turnover, but a turnover that then's followed up by that'll get you almost every time. So Reynolds is going to go for 2, as they have most of the night. Going to try and pass for it, and it looks like it was incomplete. So the 2-point try at least will fail, and the score will stay at 38-19.
Raiders 38, Eisenhower 19 with 1:56 left in the 3rd.
But now desperation, getting close to desperation perhaps for the Eisenhower Knights, as they now face a 19-point deficit with just under 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Not much way to put lipstick on that. That's just a tough sequence for the Knights. Back-breaking set of 2 or 3 plays right there.
That's tough.
That's the 4th different Reynolds player to score a touchdown on the ground tonight, too. So, as we said, Manjarez is definitely the focus, at least from a numbers standpoint from last year, but they are far from a one-trick team here.
No, they've got some horses. There's no doubt about that. There wasn't anybody going to get that kid either.
No.
Even with an angle.
Nope. he was moving. All right. Well, no time to hang their heads. This game continues on, right? And Eisenhower's basically got to be perfect from here on out, really, to get back into this game.
You got to come back.
Rocky Flog set to kick.
I mean, you got to stay within yourself, too. I mean, that was a great drive, unfortunately, with the interception, but you still got to stay within yourselves and not, don't pressure yourself into trying to make a play or do this or do that.
Baker, again, made a great play there to catch the ball and get down.
The Knights will start.
I mean, they're giving them almost every, a short field on every kickoff. mean, it's only, that's 55 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, so this drive will start at the 45-yard line. Eisenhower trailed 24-13 at the break, came out of the locker room with a quick drive and scored, got within 24-19. And since then, Reynolds scored 14 unanswered and now have a commanding 19-point lead here late in the third quarter.
I'd like to see a little option here.
Yeah, the options worked well tonight, and Jacob Zach's made some good decisions on those plays too. And, it's been pretty successful. Gigliotti in motion. They give it to him on the jet sweep. It's across the 45, the 50. Still going, and he might have just enough for a first down there. Got it right around 10 yards.
Gigliotti with the run.
Now we have another stoppage. Looks like there's a flag down. Couldn't see it at first, but
I don't know what it is.
Keep an eye here on the...
They look like a little...
penalty on the field.
I think it's on Reynolds. Could be unsportsmanlike, maybe. Dead ball.
Yep, dead ball. Unsportsmanlike on Reynolds. So that'll be 15 more yards. Tackled at the 45. Oh, okay. And then also one. Yep, also one against Eisenhower. So they will offset. So much to do about nothing there. Going to stand at a 10-yard play and a first down. Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down for the Knights.
Yeah, you still got to. No
harm, no foul on that one. All right. So Eisenhower, one play, 10 yards. Now the
only bad thing about that is either one of those kids get another unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, exactly. It does count toward their.
They're out and they're done for the next week.
Exactly. Handoff there. It looked like. Say it was Gigliotti. Nope, it wasn't. It was Nolan Guessing. Stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the Reynolds 45. Guessing's had some success tonight. 7 carries, 71 yards. That was not one of them, but they've gotten some explosive plays from a couple different places. Unfortunately for the Knights, just not enough so far. 2nd down now, ball at the 45-yard line. And we have another pre-snap penalty, and they're making an honest man out of you, Lou. A lot of pre-snap penalties in this, really both teams, but Eisenhower at some really inopportune times, and this one's going to put him back to 2nd and 15.
Yeah. We keep saying those are the plays, those are the things that you can't have. Not in the third quarter, anyway.
No, not when you're down 3 scores and almost putting yourself in a position where you're required to almost play perfect the rest of the way. You need scores and stops almost the rest of the way to get back in it. So has to start with the score here, and now it's a little harder of a chore. 2nd down and 15. Jacob Zach's going to throw. And he has a receiver, and off the hands of Gavin Lindenbooth. He had it. Had quite a few blue shirts around it, but that was a catchable ball. And
there is a flag on the ground.
Apparently we do have a flag. Didn't see it at first. Ineligible man downfield, and it's going to be declined.
Penalty is declined.
So it'll be 3rd down and 15 now.
3rd and 15.
Got to think Eisenhower's probably getting pretty close to 4-down territory the rest of the way, unfortunately.
Oof.
So 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Another passing situation for the Knights. Kind of been hit and miss. Had the big touchdown pass earlier, but also a couple of interceptions. Jacob Zach's back to pass. Swing it out to Guessing. Guessing gets about 6 yards before he's down. And that's going to bring the third quarter to a close. Guessing also slow getting up on the play. So that will bring us to the end of the third quarter, the Acrisure third quarter. We'll take a break here on the YDL Sports Network. Reynolds on top of Eisenhower, 38-19 with just the fourth quarter ahead. The Knights are going to need a big comeback. You're listening to high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
Welcome back to high school football on the YDL Sports Network. Reynolds 38, Eisenhower 19 as we get ready for the Generational Wealth Management fourth quarter. John Bongiovanni, Louis Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for your investment needs. They offer world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwm.nm.com. So Eisenhower will start this quarter with a fourth down. Jacob Zach got the ball completed to Braden Baker, but Baker lost his footing, and
the Raiders will take over.
It's only going to be 4 yards, and it's not enough. Reynolds is going to have to... Reynolds gets the stop, and Eisenhower's going to have to bring the defense back on the field. Oh, that's a killer there. Baker might have had some daylight, but got caught up and hit the turf. And unfortunately, in the high school game, you can't get back up and go. And that's all it took for Reynolds to cause the turnover. They'll take over here at the 41-yard line. Last play was an 80-yard touchdown run by Parker Ney, and Eisenhower will be looking to not let a repeat of that happen. Handoff there, hitting the backfield, still managed to turn it into about 3 yards. Didn't see the number here. It was Parker Ney again who picked up the 3 yards on that play. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 44-yard line.
Second down and 7.
Eisenhower in desperate need of a stop. 11:15 left in this game. The handoff, a big hole. Manjara is just running people over and getting all the way down inside the Eisenhower 40. It's another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down. All the way down to the 38-yard line. Gain of 18 on the play.
This kid's for real.
Yeah, Manjara is creeping closer to that 200-yard mark. He's got about 161 unofficially now.
He's for real.
And also a couple touchdowns, so they've Eisenhower's seen all they need to see of him, not just this year, but last year as well, and especially tonight from his first carry, which was a 54-yard touchdown, all the way down to this. Now 1st and 10 at the Eisenhower 38. It worked last time. Do it again. Manjara picks up about 3.
Manjara gains 3.
And really, if you're Reynolds, 3-4 yards might not blow up the stat sheet, but it's exactly what you're looking for right now because that clock's moving. You're up 3 scores. It's the 4th quarter. Really?
I'm just going to say 3 or 4 yards on 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. You got a 1st down, and the clock's still running.
Yeah, the clock running is probably just as important as the gain in yardage right now for Reynolds, especially with the 3-score lead. 10 minutes now left in the game. They give it to Manjara again. Got another 1st down. He's still going. He's all the way down the sideline, and he's into the end zone. Manjara just tearing up the Eisenhower defense. Goes 35 yards with 9:50 to play, and it's 44-19 in favor of Reynolds. Third touchdown of the night for Manjarez.
Wow.
Yeah, you look up at the scoreboard and you see a 44-19 game, and it's hard to believe that about 4 minutes in game time ago, it looked like Eisenhower was about to cut it down to a five-point game.
Yep.
And you blink, and it's 25-point game with less than 10 minutes to go, and Reynolds is kind of turning it on here. And they do kick an extra point, and it didn't look too bad at all, honestly. And it makes me wonder why they haven't been doing that the whole time. Gerardo Hernandez with the extra point. And it's 45-19 in favor of Reynolds with 9:50 left in this game.
Fatigue may start playing a factor into this, too.
Yeah, it's definitely a situation where I almost made the comment in the third quarter. Nice sustained offensive drive keeps your defense off the field, but I forgot I'm watching Class A and AA high school football. There's not a lot of players that are getting a rest when the other offense or defense is on the field.
Everybody's playing both ways.
Yep.
You got 24, 25 kids. You're playing, 90% of them are playing both ways.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
and that's definitely, it's a first week of the season. It's a kind of a warm, muggy night here, and yeah, it's just another thing to battle against for the Knights. And now they start to think perhaps the chance at the win may be out of hand here, barring something kind of sensational. But if you're Coach Penley, you just want to see your team end strong and get ready for next week against Sagertown, because that starts the region play. It's, of course, a non-region opener.
Number 59, Maddox Snyder.
This too, Reynolds opening night the last couple of years. I mean, that's a tough night.
It's a tough start. Exactly. That's the deepest kick of the night that we've seen. One's going to be taken by Gigliotti at the 22. He's at the 30, 35. Still going down around the 38-yard line, and that's where the Knights will start this drive as they try to close in on this 26-point deficit, which, like we said, Lou, wasn't that long ago. It looked like the Knights were getting within 5 or 6 points.
Right.
So it turned on a dime after the interception. And since then, it's been all Raiders. Before we start this drive, just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Healing Beauty by KJ. For all your hair, makeup, and beauty needs, visit Healing Beauty at 112 Pennsylvania Avenue West in Warren, or at shophealingbeauty.com. So the Knights start at the 38-yard line with a pitch, and kind of lost his footing there, did Penley. Got a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Short gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The passing game tonight, Lou, it hasn't been terrible. They're 7 out of 11. It's just some the times when it hasn't gone well, it hasn't gone well. A couple interceptions, and one, of course, in the third quarter there at a really bad time.
Well, yeah, it's
ball at the 39, and there was just no chance for Gigliotti there.
Taken down by Aiden Resick.
Loss of 5 on the play.
Sometimes bad things can happen and it doesn't hurt you, but then other times bad things can happen and it kills you.
Yeah, and that's interception there. That was the first half of the backbreaker, and then that 80-yard run that followed. It's just really hard to come up with anything there. Now it's 3rd down and 16. It brings up a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and AC 3rd down. When you get backed up, call Luton's Plumbing and Heating and Air Conditioning to get you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com. And really desperation time now for the Knights. 3rd down and 16. You're backed up. You got your own 34, down 26. They swing it out to Penley. Penley's got the catch, but not nearly enough yardage there. Gain of maybe a yard or two. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And don't know that I'd be surprised if they kept the offense on the field.
No.
Not too much to lose now.
You can't give them the ball back on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. Yeah,
That's
too
too
short.
short of-
Already
too short
had
of field.
a lot of trouble stopping him. So Jacob Zach will punt, and looks like he'll get to back up a little bit before he does. Illegal substitution on the Knights.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
7:36 left in this game. What was once a close game, 24-19. Reynolds has racked off 21 unanswered and turned this into a potential runaway here with 7:36 left. High punt from Jacob Zach.
Get away from it.
They'll let it go. It takes kind of a neutral bounce this time. It'll finally be down inside the 35, around the 34-yard line.
To the 34-yard line.
And that's where Reynolds will take over here and go back to work on their greatest asset right now, which is that clock and that 26-point lead. So kind of a mixed bag here tonight, Lou. It's, there was definitely some positives, but right now on the wrong end of the score, and like as you said, maybe just fatigue starting to set in a little bit here in the season opener for the Knights.
Clock should. Oh, no. I'm 25.
Having a little trouble getting the ball set here.
He's back to the 33-yard line now.
So they'll mark it at the 33, and that's where Reynolds will start.
And here is with a first down run.
That's a first down run for Gabe Manjarez, and that unofficially puts him over 200 yards for the night. And it's another Tynesta Builder Supply first down. Ball at the 45-yard line. Clock's ticking. 7 minutes left. Season opener, the Knights were in it until late in the third quarter, and Reynolds has kind of put their foot down here and are starting to pull away. Zachrich hands off again, and right now Manjarez is just adding to his totals here. That's a 55-yard touchdown run, his fourth of the night. Well over 200 yards now, and it's 51-19 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but it was not long ago. It looked like the Knights were getting within 5 points, and now it is just like that, a 32-point game with 6:38 remaining in the ball game. Gerardo Hernandez is going to try another extra point, and that one looked pretty good too, right down the center.
And it is good.
52-19.
52, Eisenhower 19.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations in the morning. They're going to have to read the whole story before you figure out. I mean, obviously Manjarez had a great run, but this is going to look like a one-sided laugher on paper. This was a close game late in the third quarter, final minute of the third quarter.
Well, it was till that interception in the end zone.
Yeah, that just turned the game on a dime. course, my stats are all unofficial here, but now, after that last touchdown run, I have Manjarres at 20 carries, 264 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So it's a heck of a night. He had a 55, 35, and 54-yard touchdown runs, and he added a 9-yarder for good measure. So
I think I'm taking him out of the game.
yeah, I believe he'll be out after on the next drive. I mean, they have had some other guys that can run the ball anyway, so not bad for a first night of work for Manjarres for the season, though.
If he doesn't, it can come back and bite him. I mean, not him, but
Yeah, definitely a situation where probably time that he comes out. He's done his share of work tonight. He's definitely been our player of the game so far, and just a heck of a job all around, running hard and running away from the defense a couple times.
look at this kick.
Nice kick down inside the 20, and it hits off Gigliotti's hands. It's picked up, and he goes right down at the 20. Parker Ney been doing it on the offensive end with 80-yard touchdown run, and I believe he also had a touchdown reception. And now he's doing it on special teams with the tackle of Gigliotti at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, like they say, it's time to let the young kids eat. But the young kids have been playing the whole game. You know what I mean?
No doubt about that.
There's not many that they have on the sideline that they can put in to take the good kids out.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Take a timeout, coach, and get yourself ready because you got guys all over the place. 13 guys out there.
Might even have more than that. And there's the timeout. Apologize. Looks like our video signal is struggling right now. Work to get that back as we go through the final 6.5 minutes here. We almost made it through the whole game, Lou, without any technical difficulties. But well, the game has gotten a little bit out of hand. We've started to lose things a little bit here. See if we can get a good enough signal back to get you back in the game here. No such luck so far. Okay, take a quick break here, see if I can work some magic with the equipment and get back to you. 6:33 left in the fourth quarter, 52-19 Reynolds in front of Eisenhower.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Have a fender bender? We can mender at Park Avenue Motor Car. Bring your vehicle to Ron and the crew at Park Avenue Motor Car, 7 South Carver Street in Warren, or call 814-726-9728. Park Avenue Motor Car, proudly serving Warren County for 30 years.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Are you transporting steel or other unique products? Then you need to check out Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates supplies certified wood crates or pallets for shipping steel and other products. Oil Country Crates can ship crates throughout the United States and overseas as well, thanks to their ISPM 15 inspection stamp. Oil Country Crates is dedicated to providing prompt and reliable services to all of its customers while abiding to all shipping regulations. Find out more at oilcountrycrates.com. Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection.
Back here on the YDL Sports Network, apologize for the technical difficulties as right in front of us, Joe Gigliotti puts together a nice run.
First down.
He's got a first down, gain of 11 on 3rd and 11.
Nice run. Nice tackle.
First down, Knights.
First down.
Having a little issue with our video right now. Apologize if you can't see us on the broadcast. Hopefully you can still hear our lovely voices. Unfortunately, those lovely voices are going to bring you a little bit of bad news. If you're a Knights fan, it's 52-19 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders with 4:46 and counting in this fourth quarter. But a fresh set of downs for the Knights from the 43. Jacob Zach hands to Penley. Penley's got his biggest hole of the day, and he's got about 15 yards over the 45-yard line.
Logan Penley with the first down run.
First down for the Knights down at the 42-yard line.
Put the whistles in your pocket, boys. And
yeah, kind of play out the last 4 minutes here.
Tuck the flags in just a little deeper.
Penley with 10 carries for 42 yards unofficially tonight now. Hand off to Guessing. Guessing with a nice run.
Carry by Nolan Guessing.
Picks up about 7 yards on the play. Again, if you're just joining us, I apologize for the video issues. We were doing great until about 3 minutes of game time ago, and then appear to have lost our picture. But the Knights are putting together a nice drive as the game winds down here. They're down to the Reynolds 34, first down and 10. 3:23 left in this game. Reynolds up 52-19. Huge night for Gabe Manjarez. Well over 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. And it's been tough sledding for the Knights defensively. Trying to end it on a positive note here. Fumble. Jacob Zach picks it up, gets away, and really made something out of nothing down the sidelines. Let's see. I think they're going to mark him out of bounds. Yep, they're going to mark him out at the 5-yard line. But heck of a play from Jacob Zach there. That play was dead in the water, and he picked it up and stayed with it and was rewarded all the way down to the 5-yard line. Comes up a little gimpy as he heads back to the huddle. But first and goal for the Knights.
From the 4-yard line.
See if the Knights can punch one in here. It was down around this same area in the third quarter where that interception happened that really turned this game on a dime, turned it from a close game to a wide margin here. Jacob Zach just limped off, so we're going to have a new quarterback. Joe Gigliotti's under center. Hands it to Guessing.
And off to Nolan Guessing in for the touchdown.
And yeah, they do. It took a minute, but they did. They give the signal for the touchdown. So Nolan Guessing in for the 4-yard touchdown. It's first of the night, and it's 52-25 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders with 2:54 left in this game. So a nice response there, Lou. They didn't give up.
Nope.
And that's what you want to see if you're Coach Penley. I mean, this is the first game of a long season, and
oh my God,
the extra point did not get off the ground and kind of fell into the line. It's no good, and with 2:54 left, it'll stay a 52-25 game. As Reynolds, you got to think now, probably just going to try to put the hammer down and put the icing on this game. We'll go ahead and take a quick break during this break in the action. You're watching, or at least listening, to high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
Welcome back to Reynolds High School. This is high school football on the YDL Sports Network. As the Eisenhower Knights and Reynolds Raiders play, we apologize for the video interruption here, but we still have audio, so we're going to finish out the game with that. Short kick by the Knights, picked up and returned across midfield. Nice return there by number 8, Angelo Manjarez. That's the younger brother of the star of tonight's game, Gabe Manjarez. And Reynolds will take over with 2:48 to play. And it looks like they are going to call a Ross Becker Insurance timeout. Ross Becker Insurance Group, with locations in Corey, Northeast, and Seneca, strives to deliver a personal and beneficial experience to its customers while providing a great place to work for its valued team members. TeamRossBecker.com. That's Ross Becker. So Reynolds on top here, 52-25. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to play. The game has not been as lopsided as the score may indicate. Reynolds, in a span of about 12 minutes of game time, clicked off 28 unanswered points.
Yeah.
3 of them touchdown runs by Manjarez, and the other one, the 80-yard run by Ney right after the interception in the end zone. And that's really the story of the game. That 28-point swing is why they're up 27 with 2:48 to go. And sure, they'll go to work on trying to finish things off here. Do see some different jerseys in the game for the first time for Reynolds. So much like you said, Lou, it looks like Manjarez and the starters' Knights have done. That's a strong run there by Neyland.
Neyland with a nice run.
Neyland picks up about 8.
Yards, second down.
Neyland had a touchdown earlier tonight too. So Reynolds has definitely spread the wealth here in their season opener. Clock still running as Neyland stayed inbounds. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this game. We are winding things down. They give it to Neyland again. Neyland. Nice run, and he's through, and he might be gone. And Neyland he'll score all the way from the 41-yard line, his second touchdown of the night. And it's 58-25 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders. So just piling it on here. That's the third long touchdown run of this final quarter. And for Reynolds, not much you can complain about for a season opener. It's gone about as well as they could hope.
Well, they put together 3.5 quarters.
Exactly. Yes.
Of decent football.
Yep. Yeah, the second quarter was kind of a throwaway for both teams, but outside of that, the Raiders have looked pretty good offensively. They've kind of done what they wanted to.
Well, next week's opponent, Sagertown, is behind at Seneca, 28-13.
And there's looks like the Raiders went for 2 there, which kind of surprises me. Maybe trying to get to 60. And they gave it to them. There was a delayed signal, but that will probably not make Coach Penley too happy. But
well, it puts you in a 35-point differential.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. Yep. So the 2-point conversion run there by.
I mean, a minute 51 doesn't really make a whole heck of a lot if it was like 8 minutes, but still.
So Belbeck had the run in there, and that makes it 60-25 with a minute and 51 to go.
Conneaut beat Warren 48-6.
Yeah, season opener. Another. Speaking of new eras, a new era here, but also there as Sheffield joins Warren's ranks for the 2025 season. The Youngsville kids moving to Eisenhower, so. A rough start for the Warren County teams, but that's the good news. It's week 1, and it's a long season left to go here. So,
Union City's beating Maplewood. We play them. That's
we do.
Homecoming weekend.
Yep, man. Union City. Yep.
Greenville got beat, it did. Wilmington beat Greenville 21-7.
Can hear him in the coach's booth behind us telling Penley to call a timeout because there's some confusion on the kickoff here, and I think they got it straight just in time. Yeah, they got 11 out there. So here comes the kickoff. It's 60-25 Reynolds. Here's the kick. It's a nice kick. Taken by Hudson Haight at the 25. Haight gets across the 35 and gets tackled around the 36-yard line. Maybe the 37, so a return of 12 yards. And got one Reynolds player slow to get up, but he's up now. Sorta, yeah.
There he is.
Heavy on the sorta. Yeah, he's up.
37-yard line.
Hate to see anybody get injured when a game is basically over. Clock running now as it's a 35-point game. 60-25. 80 seconds and counting till this one is in the history books. So let's see if the Knights can string a play or two together here to end strong. Obviously going to fall to 0-1 on the season. Probably got time for about 2 plays. Here's the handoff. See if I can get a number on that. Gain of 7 for number 21, Braden Baker.
Gain of 6 brings up second down.
Baker's first run of the night and likely the last snap of this season opener coming up. 60-25 Reynolds. The Knights will go to 0-1 on the season. They hit the road again next Friday when they travel to Sagertown for the region opener with the Panthers. Looks like maybe they're just going to take a knee here, which they do. And that will finish off this one. The Reynolds Raiders are going to knock off the Eisenhower Knights 60-25 in their season opener.
Folks, make sure you take your garbage and put them in the receptacles at the bottom of the stage.
We will go ahead and take a break here and get some stats added up and come up with some scores for you and come back with our Icy Inc. postgame show. You're listening to high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
Back here, taking on Mercer.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information. If you want to enhance your skills or gain an entirely new skill set, now's the time to register for classes at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. Registration for the 2025-26 Youth Leadership Program for students in grades 6 through 8 is now open. Secure your student spot today. Make 2025 the year you take the next step with a phlebotomy course, professional development seminars, a welding course, and a scam prevention seminar. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register now. The Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning.
Welcome back here to the Icy Inc. post-game show on the YDL Sports Network, where the Reynolds Raiders have just defeated the Eisenhower Knights 60-25. Alan Siebert and Lou Vizza here with you. Rough night for the Knights. Close game until late in the third quarter. A couple back-breaking plays back-to-back kind of made the train go off the track, and now the Knights are 0-1, and we'll head to Sagertown next week looking to right the ship and get their first win of the season.
Yeah.
So take a look here at your Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. Score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tionesta, hunterstation.com. I got the wrong sheet in my hand, so let me fix that real quick. So Reynolds jumped out to the first big lead early on. 54-yard run from Gabe Manjarez made it 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Logan Penley answered with a touchdown run to make it 8-7 after the Bryce Wilson kick. Parker Ney had a 1-yard run with 4:57 left in the first quarter and also added a 2-point run to make it 16-7. Then Caleb Jacobzak hit Peyton Hammerbeck with a 52-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion failed, but Reynolds led 16-13 after the first quarter. Brady Nayland had the only score of the second quarter with a 1-yard run with 11:09 left in the first half. That made it 24-13 Reynolds at the half. Caleb Jacobzak's score with 9:47 left in the third closed the gap to 24-19. Then really the Reynolds took over. 28 unanswered points. Gabe Manjarez had touchdown runs at 9, 35, and 55 the rest of the way. Parker Ney had an 80-yard run, and Nolan Gessing had a 4-yard run late in the game that closed things out. It ended up being 60-25 in favor of the Reynolds Raiders as they go to 1-0 on the season. Take a look at the Warren Forest High Ed Council final stats. The Warren Forest High Ed Council has been serving Warren and Forest counties for more than 40 years. Visit highed.com. Big number of the night was Gabe Manjarez, 20 carries, 264 yards, and 4 touchdowns. His teammate Brady Nayland had 4 carries for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. Parker Ney, 5 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. For the Knights, Caleb Jacobzak was 8 of 12 for 94 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. And number 5, Jacobzak also led the team with 107 yards and 1 touchdown on the ground. We'll take one more quick break. We'll be right back with you with the Generational Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll also talk to Gabe Manjarez, our Icy Inc. Player of the Game, right after this on the YDL Sports Network.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front 9, coupled with a back 9 situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at Cozy Family Dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
Have a fender bender? We can mender at Park Avenue Motor Car. Bring your vehicle to Ron and the crew at Park Avenue Motor Car, 7 South Carver Street in Warren, or call 814-726-9728. Park Avenue Motor Car, proudly serving Warren County for 30 years.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
Are you transporting steel or other unique products? Then you need to check out Oil Country Crates. Oil Country Crates supplies certified wood crates or pallets for shipping steel and other products. Oil Country Crates can ship crates throughout the United States and overseas as well, thanks to their ISPM 15 inspection stamp. Oil Country Crates is dedicated to providing prompt and reliable services to all of its customers while abiding to all shipping regulations. Find out more at oilcountrycrates.com. Oil Country Crates, your products, our protection.
Back here at Reynolds High School on the YDL Sports Network, where the Reynolds Raiders have just knocked off the Eisenhower Knights 60-25. We're here with the Icy Ink player of the game, senior Gabe Manjarez. Gabe, running wild. First game of the year, 20 carries, 264 yards, and 4 touchdowns unofficially. First carry of the night, a 54-yard score that really set the tone. What was working for you most tonight, and what does this do for setting you up for the rest of the season?
I mean, it was a pretty good night for me personally, but I mean, I need everyone on the field to do it. I mean, I need the linemen, they're there, the wide receivers cracking down, making blocks. I mean, none of it's possible without them.
Absolutely. Looked like there's definitely some holes there. I mean, Lou and I were talking a little bit. You seem to be a very patient runner. When you get into the hole, you're not always trying to get there in a hurry. You got the breakaway speed as well, but is that a big part of your game, just being patient and waiting for something to open up?
Yeah, I've practiced it a lot. I mean, patience, it comes with practice. You got to practice it. It doesn't just come naturally. I mean, I've gone the guys down to Pittsburgh, down to Whitfield, trained with them a lot to practice my patience and everything. But I think it's definitely a strong suit in the game.
Yeah, definitely worked tonight. As I said, 20 carries, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns unofficially. Gabe Manjarez, our first player of the game from Reynolds. Congratulations and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that's going to do it for us here tonight on the YDL Sports Network from Reynolds High School. Reynolds 60, Eisenhower 25, your final score. We'll be back on the air next Friday night when the Eisenhower Knights travel to take on the Sagertown Panthers in Game 2 of the season. Until then, for Lou Vizza, this is Alan Siebert. We'll see you next time on the YDL Sports Network.